Alright, welcome to our Dungeons and Dragons game. We're doing Lost Mine of Fandelver, and just do a quick refresher on what happened last. Oh shoot, I used the wrong. There we go, now the labels are right. I had it from the one shot, so it just had one label across the bottom. So now we're good. Equius and Deacon. Alright, yeah, we're good. You guys are lined up right. So last session, you guys, the party, Deacon, Equius, and Nigel, you guys' sidekick, finished just going and let's see. Actually started here. Yeah, so you guys were in the Red Brand hideout, and then you guys went and just looked for some stuff, and then you guys found the prisoners, and you destroyed some Red Brands there. You had that one guy help you, and then he ended up wanting to reform Red Brands with you guys, and he helped you kill the one bugbear. And you guys decided, let's go back and kill those bugbears. And then you killed one of them, and then one of them stopped you and was like, hey, actually, I can help you out a little bit. And he's like, my name's Mosk, and I want to overthrow King Groll. And so I'll help you find the castle if you guys will overthrow him. And he sent you his goblin slave, Droop.
I love Droop.
And so now you're in possession of Droop. Remember, he's very jumpy. He's not a very good goblin.
Yeah.
But you guys have him. He can guide you there. And then you went back to the Stonehill Inn to kind of just take the day. You guys finished all that around 7 o'clock. You got back to the Stonehill Inn, and then you went and talked to Frida, the weaver, who works in the Stonehill Inn, and ordered your beaver hat and coat. She said she'd get it ready for you as soon as you could. Or she could. You guys took the day to kind of practice magic. You guys both practice magic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I just wrote down practice magic. About 11 p.m. you went to bed, and it is currently April 4th. Let's see here. 6435 to Billimay era. Let me write down 6435. And you guys are in Stonehill Inn, and it's go time. What do you guys want to do?
I guess probably we're in our rooms, right?
Yeah, you guys are in your rooms.
Yeah. Probably wake up and get a little Droop up and going, and I'm gonna head downstairs and see if the weaver's downstairs with my beaver pelts if they're ready. Or did she say they'd be ready? When they'd be ready?
She said that if they're ready in the morning, she'll leave them, or if you're not there, she'll leave them with Toplin.
Okay.
The innkeeper.
I'll probably go talk with him and see if he has.
Yeah, he's out just cleaning all the tables because there's nobody there right now. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Wonderful. Slept really great.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, you guys had a really long few hours there, making sure this town's safe.
Oh, you know it. It's a never-ending duty, right?
I guess so. Well, I don't really know because, I just keep this in, but...
Yeah. Well, I know I talked with the person. They said they might leave some beaver pelts.
Frida, yeah. And he kind of just runs behind the counter. Here you go. They're kind of dirty, so I wash that for you. They might still be a little damp.
Yes. Well, I take the moist beaver pelts and I put them on.
All right. Yeah. So now you are equipped.
I got the drip.
So now you have, I think you have medium armor, and over that you have your beaver. It's like a vest.
Yeah.
And your hat with the tail on it.
Yeah.
So I was gonna buy one so you could wear it while you played, but they're like $300, and or they're like $10 for kids ones, and that probably wouldn't fit. So
that would be even better if it was a kid one, right?
Well, it wouldn't fit, but
just tape it on, right?
Yeah.
That's what hair clips are for.
Yeah.
Fair. All right, Deacon, you got anything you want to do?
Just going through my things, make sure I'm ready for the trip.
All right. So it's currently about 7:05 a.m. About 5 minutes have passed between you guys' things. You guys can head out whenever you want.
Well, I guess I'll approach Deacon and ask, So where do you think it should be our first stop out of all these places? I know they said for us to visit the well. I know that's something that I would like to do for sure, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, do you guys want to name all the places you guys have to go, or that you can go?
Yeah, because we
Just
have
for people listening.
Yeah. So we have the well. That would be a wonderful thing to do to kind of before we really head on, because I feel like when we rescue Gundren, from then on out, things are gonna be pretty time sensitive.
Right.
I think, and then we also have the ability to talk with the person, because we have the comb from the priestess of this town. To we can ask one question of this being. I think I might want to. We should maybe save that for another time. Or what
Possibly.
are your thoughts?
The question asked is something about a book, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'll have to go back on my notes and remember exactly about the book. But I think we might end up finding more about the book once we rescue Gundren, I'm thinking, and things like that. But I feel like we should maybe save that. Or what are your thoughts on how we should proceed?
I'd say the sooner we get Gundren and back to town here, the better.
Okay. So you think we should go get Gundren first, and then after we do that, maybe go check out the well?
Right. I mean, if the well's along the way.
We kind of have to go a little out of our way, to the way it's set up, but not super far, because we'd go a little bit more north, south, east. We'd have to go a little bit more east, I think, go to the well. So we'd have to go up and then over, rather than just kind of straight up. But either way, I'm okay with that.
The well might be better on the second trip when we make our way to the what is it, Banshee?
We make our way back with Gundren, you think?
Oh, hey guys, we just got an offer to buy followers. Not doing that.
That's funny.
Yeah, Banshee. Yeah, I get that.
Did someone text that?
Mm-hmm.
Are they watching?
Might be a bot. I don't know.
That's funny.
9 times out of 10, it'll be a bot.
Right.
So yeah.
All right. So which direction we headed?
I think for the most part, it sounds like Gundren.
Yeah, I think we'll do Gundren, and then all the way back we want to hit the well.
Right.
And get rid of those.
I mean, the sooner we get Gundren, the sooner we actually raise our capital, right?
Yeah. Right.
Great way of looking at it. So you guys are gonna head out towards the castle.
Yeah.
Letting Droop be your navigator.
Yeah, kind of
Right.
have Droop in the front of the cabin, carriage with us. This is Nigel's vibing hardcore.
Okay. Have him make a survival check to see if he able to find his way. Okay.
Droop.
Yeah.
Oh man, he gets lost.
So he's kind of like, okay, go this way, take this path. And you guys are just going along. I mean, I assume you guys are following his directions.
May I do just a check to make sure to see if the road's okay, if there's anything on the road as we're traveling, or?
Let me check the weather real fast. So it rained last night, and it's kind of a drizzle now, but it's not too bad. And so, go ahead and do a check now.
And what would that be? It'd be
I would do just a perception check.
perception. Where would that be at? It'd be a +4 to whatever I get, and it's a 18.
18? Yeah, so the roads are pretty muddy. It's definitely more difficult to travel than usual, but it's not terrible.
Does it look like it's been traveled on quite a bit during the rainstorm, or?
No, there's not that much travel this way, because so the most travel to Phandalin comes from Posek, and you guys are kind of going a little bit to the other way, to the east, and not as much travel comes there unless it's like people coming to settle in Phandalin.
Yeah. Is it still primarily dirt roads, or are they cobblestone roads?
They're definitely dirt roads over here. Yeah, this is definitely dirt roads. So, yeah, as you guys are going along, let me see. What is your guys' passive perception?
I have a 14.
You have a 14?
Don't
Don't you guys both have the same?
Yeah, we both have 14.
Okay.
What does passive perception help with?
That helps you spot things without having to try to search for it.
Right.
So, like, if something's sneaking up on you and you're just kind of going, it decides whether or not it sneaks up on you. And then let me also know your marching order.
We're in the carriage.
Oh, you guys dropped that off in Phandalin.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because
So
you were supposed to drop that off. Well, you guys didn't really drop it off, but it's got supplies on it.
We don't have any horses or anything? We're just trotting along?
Those were oxen. No,
Oh.
you guys can take that. I guess you can have that. It's just, you're supposed to drop it off at Barthen's Provisions. You guys never did.
Oh. What do you
I thought we
think?
dropped it off at the front of the
Yeah,
provision store.
we did.
Oh, you did? Then you don't have it at
Okay,
all.
so we're just
Right.
walking along, I guess?
Yeah.
Alright, what do you think? I guess I'll probably be in the front with Droop, kind of walking along.
Okay.
I guess I'll cover rear.
And Nigel between you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, as you guys are going along, it's a thin path. To Deacon's left is like a muddy ditch. There's a couple trees giving you shade, which is nice because the rain isn't falling on you whenever you're under these trees. And there's some thickets up ahead of Equius just a little bit. And out of one of them comes a giant-looking wolf. But it's not quite like a wolf. It looks a little bit more menacing. And it's got a scar going across its forehead. And I'm going to have you guys all roll, just forgot it. Initiative. I was trying to say insight. I was like, that's not right.
So do a +2 so I got 21.
21?
Got a 14.
14. Okay. Then what about Nigel?
Oh, right.
So Nigel needs a +3.
Nigel's at a 10.
Nigel's at a 10? Okay. Give me just a second to write this down.
So it's pretty menacing looking.
Yeah.
Does it look mean?
Oh, yeah. It looks so mean.
Compared to the last wolves we've come across, is this one bigger? Same size?
Go ahead and roll a nature check.
Both of us?
Yeah. Or is it nature or is it survival? Do survival. That's probably best.
Nature's a different check than survival.
There is nature check. Yeah, go ahead and roll nature check.
18.
+2. And then I get 5.
So you would recognize it, Deacon, as a warg.
A warg?
A warg, which is an evil predator that delights in hunting and devouring creatures weaker than itself. They're like wolves, but they're raised by goblins and hobgoblins, and sometimes are used as mounts by goblins. And they can speak in their own language and goblin, and some of them learn to speak common. So they kind of just growl at you. So the one in the front, there's one in the front, and then you hear two pop out from the back. There's a really, really large, muscular-looking one that's like a little bit larger than usual, and then there's a smaller one that looks like it probably is the runt and only gets to eat scraps. And since you guys' passive perception, they were kind of hiding, stalking you out. So they get a surprise round on you real fast. And so the lead warg charges at Equius.
Yay.
And he kind of slips in the mud. So he's about 10 feet in front of you, kind of scrambling in the mud. Then there's two in the back, and they both kind of go for Deacon. and they both rolled really well. The lower one was a 22. Does that hit?
So if I have an AC of 16, and what's that +2 down at the bottom again?
What?
So I have an AC of 16.
The +2 is your shield.
Okay.
So it's 18 total. So I'm gonna have you take 12 damage.
Ew.
Because they both got really good hits on you.
Oh gosh.
And with that, we're at the top of the order. It's gonna go Equius, Deacon, Wargs, and then Nigel. So that was their surprise round.
Okay.
Equius, you're up. You got a Warg about 10 feet ahead of you. Nigel's behind you. Then Deacon's at the rear with 2 Wargs that have gotten some pretty good bites on him.
I'm gonna attack the really beefy one with
Which beefy one? The leader or the real beefy one?
the leader one.
The leader with the scar?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say in Goblin, like, no need to do this. And then I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
And so they need to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. What's the spell save DC?
Spell save DC is 14.
Okay. They got a 13.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, and they heard me in Goblin, right?
Yes.
So I got a 4.
4? Okay. So you kind of singe his like shoulder just a little bit as he kind of rolls out of the way. He doesn't roll out of the way, but you hit him and it just singes him a little bit. And he speaks back, "I have my orders." And with that, we are up to Deacon. Deacon, what are you going to do?
I am going to swish, swish, stab, stab.
Okay, which one? Small or big?
Gonna go for the big one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Does a 24 hit?
24 does hit. Definitely hits.
12 damage.
12 damage. Okay.
They can take that 12 damage back.
Okay, and then that leader comes back at you, Equius, and he gets a 24.
Yeah, that totally hits.
And so then you will take 5 damage.
Okay. So 20.
And then the 2 in the back go to attack again. And let's see, the lower one was a 10, the higher one was a 15. Do either of those hit?
Which ones?
So there's a 10 that probably doesn't hit, and then a 15.
Yeah, my mage armor currently isn't up, so yeah, that 15 hits.
Okay. And then you will take 3 damage. And then it's going to be Nigel's turn now, and he's in the middle.
Hey, Nigel.
So he's got Equius, you're in front of him, and you've got the scarred guy who got a bite on you, and then behind you is Deacon getting attacked by 2 wolves. Or wargs.
You think Nigel... I think Nigel should help you out. Because he's trying to...
That would be nice. Hey Nigel, a little backup, please.
So is he going to attack the small or the big?
The smaller.
Okay.
With crossbow.
Okay.
And a miss.
What was it?
Total of 9.
Oh, okay. Equius, you're up. What are you going to do?
Alright, Equius is going to do... Am I within range to touch one of the wolves?
Oh, yeah, he's in melee
Okay,
range.
I'm going to touch the wolf and do inflict wounds.
Okay. What is it? Is that an attack roll?
Yeah, it's a melee spell attack.
Okay, go ahead, roll d20.
D20, and then I would get a +6. Does a 23 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so then I do 3d10 necrotic damage. Where's the d10s?
They look like this one.
Okay.
No, those are 12s, 10s. That's these here.
Another. Yeah, here we go. So 3 of them.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's great. That's
Pull on
fantastic. All right, so we got
There's a 10.
a 10, an 8, and a 6.
He withers up and dies. he just like, yeah, he's dead. And
Turn into jerky.
he's like a rotten, smelly meat. He smells like he's been dead for 3 weeks after that.
Ew.
Deacon, you're up. You got
Nigel. I've said like give up now or something like that. I did that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and Goblin just give up now.
Go ahead and roll intimidation.
Okay.
And charisma.
That's charisma.
Yeah.
Charisma, intimidation will be a +3 to whatever I get, and that's a 21.
21. The small one kind of winces and starts to run away, and that gives Deacon. Do you want to take an opportunity attack on him, or are you gonna let him run?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take an opportunity attack on him.
All right, go for it.
13.
13. Yeah, that hits. I was gonna roll for whatever reason.
Yeah. 8.
An 8. Okay. You get a nice gash along his back, and he's starting to bleed a little bit, but he's still kind of limping away slowly, and so he's about 15 feet now away from you, and it's your turn now.
Is Derp saying
I'm going
anything?
to
Droop passed out as soon as you guys saw them.
Right. I'm gonna bonus curse the big one I've been focusing on.
Okay.
And
What's that do?
Basically, when it dies, I'll gain my level plus charisma modifier and HP when it dies, and I can potentially crit it on a 19, dealing it proficiency bonus extra damage.
Okay. Go ahead and... are you slashing at it with your sword? Okay. What's your sword's name? Talon, right?
Yep. 14.
14 hits.
Six damage.
6 damage. All right. Yeah, he is looking pretty bad now. Definitely bloodied, and that one that you guys saw running away, he runs another like 25 feet away, so he's like 40 feet away from you guys now. And then the bigger one snips at you again, and he gets a 15. 15 hit.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
And he does 2 damage.
But you're at 16. You have an AC of 16.
That's with the mage armor.
Oh.
With that, Nigel's up. What is Nigel going to do?
Crossbow the small one.
The small one that's running away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Nigel.
16.
16, that hits. Go ahead, roll damage.
His damage dice is d6. Plus 3, so 14.
Wait,
Or,
you mean 4?
Sorry,
I was
4.
going to say, D6, he does 14. Okay. He hits it, and like the gash that you left it, and it winces out as it is limping away still. I mean, it doesn't change its distance, but just for cinematic effect, it's still limping.
It's walking away slower now, right?
Yeah, it's like dragging its back right leg away. And we are up to Equius. You just killed the one in front of you. Behind you, Nigel just shot at the small warg that is about 40 feet. He's probably like 50 feet from you. And then you got the big warg is probably 10 feet.
How's that small one looking?
He's bleeding a lot where that gash and arrow are, as his leg is just limp, completely limp. It's not a limp anymore. It's just like he's not limping on it. The leg is just completely limp.
Okay, let's do. Yeah, I think I'll attack the small one that's trying to run away with Sacred Flame.
Okay, what's the range on that?
60 feet.
Okay, go ahead. What is it? It's
He has to do a
dexterity with 14, right?
Dexterity has to be 14.
He got a 1. So go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, 1d8. Where's my d8 at? Here you are. You got a 4.
You got a 4. That burns him alive. He's like roasting on fire now.
That was on which one?
That was the small one running away.
The one running away.
So you've got the big one in front of you, and that's the only one left, and it is your turn.
I'll just laugh menacingly at it.
Swish, swish. Ooh, 11.
11 does not hit. He is going to snip at you now. Just to let me know, what's your health at?
I got 4 HP left.
Okay, well he got a 12, so
That's a miss.
that's a miss. Okay. Nigel's up. What's Nigel gonna do? He's probably about 7 feet away from this big one.
You should try to smack it. What does more damage?
They're the same damage between the short sword and the hand crossbow.
So yeah, so now I should just smack it with a short sword, right?
Yeah, just arm himself with the short sword and...
I'm just gonna charge at him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for the jugular.
That's a miss.
Okay. What was it?
Total of 8.
Okay. We are back up to Equius. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna... Sacred Flame has been working pretty well for me.
All right. He got a nat 20.
Okay, so no.
And with that, you see a flash of lightning come down, and it kind of hits the tree that is kind of next to you. And so in front of you, there's a log. Well, not in front of you, you're facing behind you. So when you got the way you guys were going, now there's just it's like a big branch. It's just kind of across the path.
Why? Exploding us up?
No, you guys are all on the other side of it. That's just lightning struck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just random event?
Yeah, just a random event.
Okay, cool.
So, Deacon, you're up.
Gonna try going for him again.
Okay.
Nat 20!
All right, go ahead and roll 2 damage dice and everything else that you had to do with that.
There's 8 there's plus 5, so plus 5. 8 plus 7. 15.
You slice his head off. Just plops off.
Nice.
And as that happened, you kind of feel like just his like life force just kind of suck into your ring a little bit.
And I'll go ahead and take that juicy HP back. I'll be
Nice.
back up to 11.
There we go. And you guys are gonna take 100 XP each.
So we're at 1,185
Okay.
XP.
Okay, let me double check. I think 2,700 is what you're going for level 3.
Mm.
Right. I don't have my book because it's over there, but...
Out of curiosity, do we get XP for completing the quest, or is it only for combat?
So the way I like to do XP is, yeah, 2,700 would be the next level. The way I like to do XP is to give it any time you have a challenge and you overcome it. And I know that's a really broad one, and it's broad on purpose because sometimes I'm like, well, that challenge is really weak, so I'll give you 5 XP. If you like talk to somebody and you convince them to give you like a gold piece, I might give you like 1 XP. Because there was a challenge and you overcame it. You needed a gold piece, you convinced them to give it to you.
So just talk to everyone and ask for money, right?
No,
Get all the XP?
no. If you start trying to do that, I'll like be like, okay, this isn't a challenge anymore because you got a lot of practice. You're done. But so combat will obviously give you XP.
Okay.
It's a little bit easier because the game kind of is geared towards that. Social interactions will sometimes give you XP if you're trying to get something and you have to work for it.
Okay.
So like just talking to people, like it's fun, but you're not just gonna get XP for every person you talk to.
Okay.
Completing quests can give you XP, but they won't always, depending on the nature of the quest.
Okay.
So that's why I give that broad. Anytime you overcome an obstacle or a goal, I like to give XP for that.
Awesome sauce.
So yeah, you guys are done with that.
Can we search the bodies or anything for anything interesting? Does they have anything on them?
They're wargs.
Yeah, they're wargs, so they're kind of like giant wolves. Here's a picture of them. If you want to see what they look like. That's a winter wolf, which are a little bit bigger than regular wolves, but it kind of gives you the idea, and that's a warg.
Oh, those things look weird.
Yeah, see, they're kind of like wolves, but
Huh.
a little bit different. The rain had just put the fire out of that one that was over there. So you guys got that branch in the way, and it's not a hard obstacle to overcome. It's just kind of there.
Can I try to wake Droop up and ask him, like, what do you think happened, in the sense of, like, why do you think they attacked us? Like, kind of like coax him, like, hey, it's okay. We beat him. It's okay. No, hey, it's okay. No need to worry. We beat him.
He starts trying to drink the ring.
Okay, what?
So we noticed that these were dwarves, and one of them said that they had orders. Do you know anything of what this could be about?
King Droop has wargs.
Mm-hmm.
Not King Droop, I'm Droop. Sorry, I was dreaming I was king.
Okay, yeah.
King Groll has wargs.
Yes.
And maybe if I was king, I would have wargs.
Yes, that'd be wonderful, but do you recognize these as part of his like squad?
Well, the only goblins are the Kragmaws.
Okay.
So yes, they have to be.
Do you think that he sent them out for us specifically? Or why would they say they have orders?
You guys, have you been causing problems for the Black Spider or the Kragmaws or any of these people?
We've been digging things, but we haven't caused anything intentionally, at least that we realize that they are aware of.
Oh, please, we took up glass staff.
But do they know that yet?
If glass staff was armed with magic items, I wouldn't be surprised that there's some sort of magic contract in place.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay, you done talking to him?
Okay.
I'm gonna write down the combat. I kind of forgot to write it down. So, you guys probably left about 7:10, right?
Pretty early.
Yeah. So now it is. You guys started that combat about an hour into your journey, so it was like, we'll say 8:30 a.m. combat.
How far have we moved?
You have moved in an hour.
We're going at normal pace, I would assume.
So 3 miles, a little bit less, but not like a significant amount less, just because of the conditions of the roads. So you guys have not quite made it to where the Phandalin Trail meets the Keeley Trail.
Okay.
That's probably like another 30 minutes from where you're at.
Wonderful.
So 8:30 a.m. And you guys just gonna continue going along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of dust ourselves off.
Okay. So then.
I suppose as a bit of a precaution this time as we trek forward, I'm going to make sure mage armor is up.
Okay. And you just get that as a cantrip, right?
Yeah, it functions as a cantrip at this point.
So you're basically just constantly.
Yeah, it has an 8-hour duration normally. So
Yeah. So every 8 hours, you're just kind of like mage armor.
Right.
Okay. Well, we can just assume you always have mage armor on. Then, if you want to do that, it'll probably make it easier. And so yeah. Let me check this thing because that's some good. Okay, so okay, there we go. You guys kind of traveled pretty well. You guys are just following Droop's directions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna check again. Yeah, that'll do it. So that probably would take 2 hours there, an hour there. So about 3.5 hours, which would place you at 12, so it's noon. You guys reach the edge of the Cragmaw Forest, or as you guys know it, Posek Wood. They call it Cragmaw Forest because they live there. And then now we are going to have Droop really going to have to try and navigate.
Do you want to take a short rest before we go into this so you can heal?
Yeah, I suppose take a short rest, make use of a hit die.
Okay. So you guys can go ahead and take your short rest.
How many hit die do we each have?
3.
Yeah.
You get 1 hit die per level.
And we roll, which hit dice?
It says so on your character
Well,
sheet.
hit dice 1d8 for our regain health stuff.
Did you get a 1?
Yeah.
At least you get... You mean you can spend more.
I got 3, so I regained 3 hit points.
Yeah. And then if you want to heal him, you can, because you have your...
And there's Nate on spending a second one.
Let me know what health you guys are at.
So
I'm at 23.
This will put me at 20.
So you full health?
One shy of full health.
Okay.
And you're at...
23.
And what's your... 24, is that your...
25 is my full health.
Okay, so you guys are pretty good. And then Nigel didn't take any damage, so he's good.
Yay, Nigel.
So you guys just gonna kind of follow Droop's directions?
At this point, yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Are you ready, Droop? You know the way?
No.
No?
I'm lost.
Okay, do we need to retrack? Or...
Let's just go north.
Okay. Did you get a bad roll?
Yeah, he got a really bad roll.
Okay. So I guess we will proceed north into the forest a little bit.
Okay. You guys don't really encounter anything crazy. You do see animals, but nothing like out of the ordinary that you would see.
Can I mention to Droop, hey, when we start getting closer, could you let us know so we can start walking stealthily and being more aware?
Perhaps there's a high spot we can get up to? Is there any...
Well, the thing is, Cragmaw Castle's on a hill.
Okay, so if we get over the trees, I assume...
Oh, yeah, you could climb up there.
Me?
Well, you're clearly more muscled than I am.
Okay. Well, I will, I guess can I put Droop in a little baggie or something?
Yeah,
Bring
you
him
can.
with me.
You said you put him in your bag last time, so I just assumed he's been in your bag this entire time.
Alright, well, alright, he's in my bag. I'm gonna, I guess, find a good tree that has lots of nice thick limbs.
Okay, go ahead and make a athletics check.
Athletics, let's see.
It's in your strength.
Strength.
Yeah.
You have a +3.
+3, okay, let's see, we got this. What's this, what are you? We got a 22.
So this is... You probably could have won a contest for tree climbing, at least at the intermediate level, with how fast you climb that tree. You kind of look like you're showing off, actually. Nigel's like, stop showing off! But yeah, you get to the top. And go ahead and make a perception check now.
Perception. Be a +4. We got we got a 13.
A 13? Okay.
It can also Droop look too.
Yeah, Droop can look.
See if he recognizes anything going on.
Okay. Just check. Oh, he gets a -1 to that.
Droop does?
Yeah, he's got really bad wisdom. So you notice that you've actually, like, I don't know, how long were you guys walking with him before you guys decided to check the trees? Or was it just kind of instantly?
We probably got into the woods a little bit, and then he kept, like, he just said go north, so we went north a little bit.
Okay.
Probably...
And then I throw in the suggestion, let's just get over the trees. So
Yeah.
It's a castle. It'll stand out.
Yeah,
so see if you can recognize the surroundings a little bit more.
So you notice that you guys weren't heading north, following his direction. You guys actually kind of, like, followed the edge of the... Like, you went a little bit northeast. But not by much. It was 10 minutes. So when you get there, you see north... kind of in the north direction, a little bit to the west. you kind of see the tops of like a what's that called? The towers. I just forgot the name of the towers. The sentries, is that what the word is? You know, like the where you can with the stereotypical castle tower.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's got the little.
So we can see the castle.
Yeah, and you can see
Where you see the meticulations on top.
Mm-hmm. And it's a little bit crumbly. Not crumbly, but crusty. Yeah. It looks like it's not like a full castle. It looks like ruins of a castle, a very old castle. And it's kind of towards the edge of the horizon.
Is it pretty far? How long would I estimate?
Probably like 2-hour walk.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if you can realistically see that far, but for the sake of the story, you can.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have good vision.
For larger structures, that would make a bit of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if it clashes with the
It's also
forest.
on a hill, so it's like
it's above the horizon.
pretty far. Well, yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna say you can see it, and
yeah, is that it, Droop? Is that it?
Yes, that way.
Okay. So I guess I'll relay down to them about where it's at, and we need to change direction slightly.
Okay.
Alright, can I ask Droop, I said, when we get closer, do you know of any traps or any sort of defenses that they have to maybe keep us at bay, or do you know any sort of entrances that would make this a lot smoother to get into?
probably more wards.
Yeah.
They'd have an easier time through the forest.
There's the big entrance and there's the side entrance, but the side entrance is normally locked. And I think there's another entrance to the ruins where it falls down.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But they can. There's little slits on some of the towers that you can see out of, and so they might have them ready to shoot you.
About how many people normally live in there when it comes to goblins?
Oh, goblins?
Or just like people in general? Like how many centuries do you think will be there?
If there's a ruin section, that might be our best bet.
Yeah.
It'd be
Least guarded, or even that locked entrance too.
least fortified.
Yeah. As long as we can sneak in, maybe, or try our best. Don't mess it up.
Well,
Nigel.
I suppose depending what the door's made, the locked door's made out of, we could try to burn it down.
There's about 15 goblins,
Mm-hmm.
5 hobgoblins, and some bugbears.
Okay.
And the priest guy has this crazy monster that nobody likes to be around.
Okay. Is it normally locked up, or does it roam around?
No, it's normally running around. It's like a giant worm with octopus mouth. It's creepy.
Yeah, it sounds like something out of Nightmares.
Tremors.
And then the south tower has an owlbear. We feed it sometimes if we have scraps, and they're planning to let it loose on the Elven Enclave someday.
Okay. So, maybe... So, are you thinking the best bet for us to get in unnoticed and confront the king and to save our friend would be to go through the ruins?
Yeah.
Do you think... Can you kind of lead us to that area so we can sneak in?
Is it going to be on the far side from us, or this side of it?
I don't remember.
Okay. Also, do you think that when we go in there, you'd be able to kind of guide us to the prison part of there?
If we go on the front door, yeah.
Okay.
If it's on top of a hill, would it be safe to assume that there's a basement access or storage access?
No. I don't remember ever going to a basement.
Okay. Thank you, Droop. I really appreciate you helping us out.
Yeah.
Can I give him, like, some food?
Yeah, what are you giving him?
What do we have on us? We don't really have much.
Rations?
Yeah? Can I give him, like... Do we have jerky?
Sure.
That would be rations.
Yeah. Can I give him the piece of jerky?
Yeah.
Awesome possum. Well, guess we should continue on our way then.
So, about 2:10 p.m. on April 4th, same day, you kind of see a hill in the distance, and
So it's PM right now.
yeah, it's 2 o'clock. It's about the time it is now, which is kind of crazy. We're catching up. I remember we started in February and we started like March 31st. Now it's April 4th in game and it's April 1st today, so it's kind of interesting. You see a hill. So there's a small tower kind of in the southeast, and then there's a like medium tower on the west, and you can see that on the north there's 2 larger towers. And there's a lot of, like, you can see that the walls have kind of crumbled in some places. So that's just rubble. Like, it's really high rubble.
Yeah.
It goes up to the ceiling, but it's still rubble. Instead of just being like a solid wall. And the main entrance is on the west side. You actually, along the way, kind of found a small path. And that small path leads to, like, some, there's like a, if this is like, so the towers are like this down here, and then there's a wall between them, then there's like a little stairway, and the path kind of goes, that's about like the middle of the, like in halfway between that wall, the path goes up, and then there's a little stairway, but it's like a side door.
I forgot to ask, so during our short rest, do I get one of my spell slots back or no?
No, you don't get any spell slots back from that, but Deacon gets all of his back.
Right.
Okay.
Which he didn't use any. So.
I used one with the hex.
Oh yeah, that's right. But
no, wait. I used my class ability hex. That's different from the spell hex.
yeah. But any spell slots he spent, he will get back for a short rest.
Okay. I was just checking.
Yeah, yours is just long rest. So yeah, how do you guys want to approach the castle?
I say sneak to that ruined portion. That might be the...
Which ruined portion? So like there's like the only ruined portion that you see on this side of the castle is like the tower goes here, and then there's a portion here of just rubble, but it's really dense and goes up towards like where that ceiling would be. So it's essentially a wall. It's just rocks. It's like a really thick rock pile of wall. There, at least on this side.
Okay, so maybe find the side entrance then.
Okay. Which way are you guys gonna go around? The search.
One that doesn't go in front of the front door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we kind of, like, stay hidden among the trees and the shrubbery? The shrubbery!
Yeah, you can do your best. There's not much shrubbery because it's at the top of a hill. But you guys can roll stealth. For sure.
Okay, so where's my stealth at? Maybe it's +4.
I got a 13.
I got a 20. It's not a net. It's not a net.
Okay.
It's just
And also make a perception check as you guys are going around.
Got a... Where'd perception go? Oh, I got +4, so that'd be 15.
That would be a 21 for me.
Okay.
We're relatively perceptive.
And also roll Nigel's stealth.
Oh, Nigel, don't mess this up now, please. Nigel!
+7, that's a 13
Okay.
for his stealth.
So you guys start going around the bigger tower in the back, and you see some rubble, and then you see that there's a little bit of a footpath that comes from the north, and then you see like a little canvas door over between some rubble, kind of towards the north, more on the east side. Once you come around that big tower.
Okay.
Is that where you want to go into?
Is that the... all us group... Hey, is that the kind of...
Yes, that's the entrance!
Is that the entrance that's safe for us to go in?
I don't know about safe, but it's not the front entrance.
Deacon?
Hmm. Let's find the
ruin
locked
room.
the locked entrance first.
Do you know? Can you kind of guide us to the locked one?
That was on the other side. The one we saw.
So
Right. Get a bit of an idea.
we already saw it, right?
The locked entrance? Yeah.
We already seen it.
Right.
So you think this would be the best bet?
This would be our way to getting in, but I have a bit of an idea.
Okay. Sure. You want to double back?
I think I want to flush some of them out first.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because if we flush them out, we'll be in the open. I mean, like, it'd be nice to have to not fight every single one of them. Because if they come out and they overwhelm us, that's a GG. You know? But if we can lure one or two out at a time, that's absolutely fine.
Right. I figure going out into the main, even that broken side entrance there, that leave us more out in the open.
Mm.
Perhaps light the canvas doors on fire with your sacred flame, and then we can make our way to the side entrance, bust that open.
As you guys are talking, the canvas door opens and two goblins come out. No weapons like in hand or anything, and they yell. And very like bad or common. Peace, peace. We're here peaceful. Peace, peace. Peace.
Oh, so they know we're here. What should we do?
King Grohl wants to talk to you.
Okay, so much for stealth. Okay, so should we just come out?
Suppose if there's a diplomatic method, that might be a better bet.
Alrighty, wonderful. So I guess we should come out.
You're the one that speaks Goblin, so...
True.
Well, they said that in common.
They said that in common, so we understood. I guess we should...
They probably practice that like a traveler practices, where's the restrooms?
Yeah. We should make ourselves... We should still be armed, but make sure you're not, you don't have your weapons out, you have things tucked away, so we seem semi-peaceful as well.
Right.
So I'm going to make sure I don't look super threatening as I'm coming out.
Okay. You definitely don't with your beaver hat. I'll let you know that.
Yeah.
Here I am in armor of shadows.
So I guess we'll walk out, and I'll say to them, we accept your offer of peace. Can you take us to King Grohl and Goblin?
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, hi, Droop. And Droop waves back at them. So they lead you into that canvas door, and it's a tower that's almost completely collapsed. There's some space on the ground with just rotting crates and barrels that there used to be provisions in. There's a heavy curtain blocking the crumbling area to the south, and an intact door to the east. He takes you through that door to the east, and they're just kind of like a small room with like a bench, and he's like, sit here just for a minute.
Can we be pretty perceptive as we're walking in, since it's just what we're seeing? Or
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
Of the room. It's a 4+.
I got a 12.
That'd be a +4, so 8.
Okay.
What about Nigel?
Oh, yeah, Nigel. He's got a 20 total.
Okay. Yeah, so it is just it's like there's a rectangle here. It's 10 foot by 10 foot, and then there's like a 5 foot cutout here, which is where you came in through, and that door is there. Then there's like another 5 foot thing down here, and that's where there's like a curtain down there, and then there's a door directly across where you came across. So there's like 15 up here feet.
So we're kind of having to duck to get in and move around.
Oh no, the ceilings are fine. It's just 10 foot by 10 foot square.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, And so like this is like the north, not like height. And so it's like 15 feet across on the north side from door to door, but then there's like a 10 foot by 10 foot square. And then kind of catty corner from where that door is, there's like a bench, and he's asking you to sit there. And that's about it. It's just like a waiting area almost into this other room.
I guess I'm probably not gonna sit. I'll just stand. What do you think?
I'll probably make sure the wall's safe to lean up against.
Okay. Yeah, it is. You guys can lean against the wall just fine. And you kind of hear just some arguing from the next room. Not like intense arguing, but it's
They're talking in Goblin, I take it?
they're kind of talking in a mix of Elven, Goblin, and Common.
I don't understand Elven, do I?
You should. You're
Yeah, I
half
do.
elf.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah. So I understand all of it.
Yeah.
Can I listen in?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, gosh,
And are you gonna like lean up against the door, or like how are you gonna listen in? And like those goblins that came in, they walked into that room. Well, one went into the room, one went to the south through the curtain.
Yeah, I'm gonna, I guess, kind of get closer to that door and just kind of like listen to it.
Okay.
So +4 on perception. Don't fail me now. So that's not wonderful perception, is it? So that's a 9.
Okay. Yeah. You can only make out like certain parts of it, but it sounds like they're negotiating like a price. And the person, like, you hear like a deeper voice that you assume is girl, kind of asking for money, and the other person is kind of contending that they didn't agree on a price, and so they kind of say that they need to go check, and King Girl says come back when they have the money, and you hear footsteps approaching the door.
He's talking to the goblins.
You just hear two voices arguing.
I'm gonna take a step back from the door and look like I was not listening in.
Okay. You see a hobgoblin lead a dark elf out of the room, kind of across, and they start walking and going towards the way that you guys came in.
Dark elf. Isn't that one like the black spider leader or something like that?
Didn't
we find out his identity? Or
It's a
things?
female, by the way. Female dark elf.
Okay, so it's not the one we're looking for.
It could be. It never did it specify their gender.
Could be some.
It never said they're male or female. It just said they're a dark elf. That could be the leader of the black spider.
I don't know. Well, the others kind of like. They kind of used a him. Spoke to the black spider as if it was a him.
I think so.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess we'll wait. So we notice the dark elf female.
Yeah, they leave. They kind of look at you, though, confused and suspiciously. They're suspicious of you. And
Why me?
I suppose I can't help
Well,
myself.
both- all of
I'll
you.
just kind of nod my head.
they kind of just scoff. And they leave. And then the goblins say, right this way, and open the door to the room on the east.
Alright, walk in.
Okay, so that room is a chamber. There's a crude living space in there with thick furs thrown on the floor. There's carpets. There's old trophies on the walls. Some of them are elven heads.
Would I recognize any of it? Like
Not
the
the
people?
No, you wouldn't recognize any of the people.
Like no historical figures.
No. There's a large bed is to the north, with like a small fireplace, makeshift fireplace with coals. A round table with several chairs on the south near the door. And yeah, so you see in there there's kind of goblins and hobgoblins scattered throughout the room. But you see a very large bugbear. He's large, but his shoulders... Actually, I don't need this one. His shoulders droop a little bit. just from age, and he's got like kind of gray on his back, almost like a silverback gorilla, but it's more green than silver. And he looks at you and he's like, "Welcome. You guys can sit down."
Well, thank you, Your Majesty.
I am the Great King Roll. I don't know if you've heard of me.
Your reputation precedes you.
Well, thank you. As you can tell, I'm getting old. Would you guys feel more comfortable if there was less goblins in here?
But I'm fine either way at this point.
Everyone out! And they just quickly leave. He says, as the door shuts, he goes, "I'm getting old. Not everyone lives forever. Especially Bugbear. I know what you came here for. You want your friends.
Of course.
And I have a problem. I made a mistake of trying to preserve my power by teaming up with the Black Spider. He's looking for some mine, and he wants to make magic weapons and sell them, I assume. And he promised us more power to do trade with these magic weapons to better equip my kingdom. But most importantly, we would be able to rebuild this castle to its former glory. And I don't like... it was a mistake to team up with him. He's cruel. He's more trouble than it's worth. And now I'm stuck here, dying. Do you know what happens to a kingdom, to a tribe, whenever its leader dies and there's not an heir?
It falls.
It crumbles. And we're fighting a war with the Elven Enclave. I don't have time to deal with the Black Spider and his dilemmas and his ambitions. It's more trouble than it's worth. And so I need help finding an heir. I know there's talks of different people trying to overthrow me. And now this crazy little goblin named Yemik has set up his own little kingdom and taken all my wargs with him. And my son ran away to Posek to try and be a bard in a comedy club. That's my only heir. So I have your goblin friend hostage. The Black Spider is now trying to buy him off me. I bought some time. But if you guys can help me get my kingdom in order, I will gladly give you your friend.
This does change things.
We may have come across a subject of yours that as of now does wish to overthrow you, but maybe if you were to talk with him and willingly give up your power to him, that could, as long as his ambitions are in check and line up with yours.
You really have no idea how goblins work.
Not really, no.
That would never work.
It sounds like he disagrees with you on some things, but what would it take to find an heir, if you will? Would they have to overthrow you, or what?
My son and Posek, if he would come back to the kingdom, he could be a suitable heir. It would be an easy way for him to transfer power. Otherwise, they would have to kill me. Not until my death will a new leader, a new king, come into power.
So you have a son and Posek, you say?
Yes.
Would he be your preferred heir?
Absolutely keep it in the family,
Mm-hmm.
But I also need Yemek dealt with. If Yemek is dealt with, the wargs will come back.
Is Yemek the guy that...
In the forest we passed through, yeah.
He was the... Oh, yeah. We actually ran into some Yemek.
Into some Yemek?
Into Yemek.
And into a goblin that called themselves Yemek.
Yes. Is he on the smaller side? He's not like a bugbear or anything?
He's a goblin. We can't deal with goblins trying to lay claim to the throne.
We did kill a couple of his subjects. Would you want us to take care of him?
Yes.
We at least know where the cave's at.
Yeah, we know where he is at, and we are on good terms with him. In theory, we could take him by surprise.
Yes, please, deal with him.
Would you be willing to supply some troops for that endeavor? In the sense of, we would go in, deal with him directly, and you could take over after that.
Here's the thing with that. If I supply you with troops, it's just as bad as me working with the spider.
So you're trying to bring things in to get things a bit more...
Consolidated.
Right.
And I need... If I start sending troops with you guys, they're going to start seeing me as weaker than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I need an heir.
If we help you out, I know we are after the Black Spider at this time as well. And like you said, you have our friend currently. Would you be willing to allow us to have our friend for this endeavor? And we would continue to help you, because obviously you don't like the Black Spider, and we'd rather have you as an ally than deal with the Black Spider constantly at this point.
Well, technically, if the Black Spider wants the dwarf so much, having the dwarf here is a liability for King Grolls.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds...
He's, again, applying more forces. He's keeping guards up more often because he's guarding something that Black Spider wants.
So it would be more for your benefit if our friend stayed here with you.
Yes.
Okay, never mind then. Your thought would be good.
Being on business terms with the kingdom here, it's a centralized location between Phandalin and Posek. We just got to cut across more wild terrain to get to Posek from here.
True.
Yes. And also you can guarantee safety of the towns around, in the sense of no longer
We won't...
being threats.
Yes, this will start a good relationship between our kingdom.
I can only see benefits from this.
Here's the thing. I need Yemek dealt with, and I need an heir. If my son won't come back, he's at the Boisterous Bard in Posek, trying to be a comedian. I'm sure you can guess how that's going for him.
Pretty poorly.
I assume so. Bugbears aren't known for their humor. If you can't get to my son back, the only solution to finding an heir is to get all the contenders for the throne peacefully here and trial by combat. Me and the other contenders.
So a more violent version of a moot.
Yes.
But with diplomatic.
Diplomatic by sword.
Okay.
If you get my son back, ideally he's still going to have to do trial by combat. But he has a better chance of winning than me in my old age.
Right.
So,
I suppose the aspiring bard would have a bit more cunning on his side than any other goblin or hobgoblin.
I would hope so. And I raised him very well with my own weapon.
And if he's in a town, that means he's very linguistic.
I hope so.
I would be surprised if they hadn't. Are your relationships with Posak positive? In the sense that they wouldn't attack a bugbear or a goblin. And also to be able to be out in public that often, to want to be a public figure, you'd have to have a relatively good relationship.
One bugbear may be able to make it. Tribal bugbears, I've never been to Posek because, well, I'm a violent warlord.
Fair enough.
Right. But if your son has good relations with Posek, this opens up potential trade offerings along the way.
Probably not. Not trade offerings. More, we won't attack any villages.
So, just out of curiosity, how much wealth is the Black Spider offering you for the dwarf?
It's not so... Oh, he hasn't offered me anything.
He hasn't offered anything.
The agreement was that I would just hand him over with his map to the mine. I gave them the map to buy some time. Now they're gonna try and... He sent, let me look. Virith, his messenger, to collect, and I demanded money. So, I have probably a few days.
Ooh, this is a lot of trucking we have to do then.
Yes. Did you by chance copy that map? In the sense of, did you look at it to know what it said and where at?
No.
Dang. But I take it our general... Would you allow us to have a conversation with our friend before we go on this? You may keep him here.
You can try, but he's not really...
Conscious? Okay. May we at least try to at this time?
Go ahead and roll a charisma persuasion.
Persuasion.
It's a +5 for me. So that's a 11. No, it's 11 plus 5, so that's 16.
Sure, I'll give you 2 minutes with him.
Wonderful. Is that enough time?
Yeah.
So he takes you to the north side of the room, and then there's this is the tower. You guys are kind of like in a tower almost, or like around area.
Yeah.
Most of it is the room you're in. Then there was a little waiting room that you guys were in, and then this is the north part of the tower. It's even smaller than the waiting room you were in, and it's got like a rubble on the northwest side. And you see in there an unconscious Gungeon Rockseeker.
May I enter and then approach him?
Yeah, you can go in there.
Yeah.
He said you got 2 minutes.
Wonderful.
And he shuts the door. You don't hear a lock though.
Okay,
You're
great.
easy for doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, does he look hurt?
It's mainly that he's just unconscious.
But so he's not hurt.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Kind of like try to shake him awake.
You can try it. Yeah, go ahead and shake him.
So what do I roll?
Just roll a d20.
I got a 5.
Yeah, you don't shake him awake. He's stable, but he is unconscious. So.
You want to try healing on him?
Well, he's not hurt. That's the thing. Yeah.
He is at 0 hit points.
Oh, but he's stable.
He's stable, so he's
Okay.
not dying. He's not in danger of dying, but he is unconscious.
All right,
That's what unconscious means in this game.
That's level 2 though, so I guess I'll just use Cure Wounds.
Okay.
A creature you touch regains the hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So 1d8. Where did it go? And then my spellcasting ability modifier. Where would that be at?
That would be your main trait.
It'd be wisdom.
So wisdom, so +4.
So whatever I get +4. So we got a 5 + 4.
Okay, so he's got 9 hit points. Okay, so I'm gonna set this timer.
Does he wake up?
Yeah, and it's gonna be a little bit less than 2 minutes for the time that you try to shake him and heal him.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. We don't have much time, Gundren. We are here for you.
Oh my goodness, you guys found me.
Yes.
Right. Right now, King Groll is the one thing that's actually standing between you and the Black Spider right now. So
Who?
King Groll.
King Groll.
He
The
is.
Black Spider?
You.
Who's that?
The Black Spider is an organization that is after the map that you have for the mines.
I don't have the map anymore.
I know he.
Right. Right now, the map has pretty much been used as a stall tactic, but we've got a few days before the Black Spider returns.
Yes, and the Black Spider is after you because you were looking for the mines.
So he's the one behind the attack. Where?
The Black Spider's behind.
Where's Sildar? Is Sildar okay?
Sildar's at Phandalin.
Sildar's at Phandalin.
Okay,
He's
so he's
A-okay.
safe. Okay.
We were able to save him.
Right.
We have to do a favor for King Groll to make sure his kingdom is okay. He does not like the Black Spider, and we are here to help you.
So am I coming with you?
You're going to be here for now. We got to go and get King Groll's heir back here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're leaving me with goblins?
At this time, yes,
Right.
but we will be back within 3 days. If we take longer than 3 days, then start to worry.
Unless you know where we can get a quick ride back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what?
A quick ride back.
Oh. I mean, if you guys go anywhere with horses will speed that up.
Wonderful.
So you guys found me in several days. So I guess I just wait some longer. Hopefully they don't beat me again though.
Right.
We are on good terms with them. We will make sure that they treat you fine. But you are being used as a pawn right now.
The door starts opening up, and it's King Groll.
Outside, we will be back for you, and I hope this clears some things up.
Right. Here's some rations to. If
King Groll's like, well, we're actually just kind of gonna hang out with him at this point. You guys don't have to leave rations. We're gonna feed him.
Will you treat him right for us?
Like goblin right or like human right?
Human right.
Or I guess dwarf right. Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do?
well,
You guys kind of have two objectives with this mission.
So, on our way to Phandalin, does it pass the cave again? Because we came from Phandalin, right?
Yeah, you
Like
guys.
our original start point.
No,
right?
your original start point was Posek.
Okay.
we followed the trail to the Keeley Trail and then headed a little south to Phandalin.
So you guys are kind of. So Phantom is pretty much south of you. Posek is west, unless you want to take the trail. If you take the trail, you'll pass through the cave area.
Mm.
And then Posek. So Posek, if you just kind of go straight, is going to be about.
Oh. So we are in there, and we need to go to Posek,
Yeah,
right?
so where that hill is where you guys are.
Right.
And.
Because we started our journey in Posek.
Yeah.
Journey, then we came all the way over, crossed through the woods into Phandalin.
And then the caves are, or the cave where Yemek is kind of in that smaller forest down there.
So what we should do is go over to Posek, talk to him, and then circle a loop, right? That way we can at least get the air part done.
So follow the river back to Posek, and
Yes.
I mean,
And
it's not exactly a road, but that would be probably.
yeah. So what we should do is because he just needs the air right
Look
now.
at the king. Do you have a raft for the river?
That you may spare for us.
If you guys go to the north and a little bit east, there's the river kind of dips down, and then you can take that north. That'll be a little hard, and then the river will flow you the rest of the way to Posek. Well, yeah, there's a dock there, a few rafts if you guys want to take that.
Right. That would be the fastest way to get to Posek, is to use the river to our advantage.
Yes.
I need 5 gold pieces for it, because that's not coming back.
Done. I've got 5 gold.
We can all fit in one raft, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, I mean, you can
Yeah.
guess so.
And then can I ask him if I can keep Droop with us?
I don't see why not.
Thank you.
Okay, so you guys are gonna. What are you gonna do?
I'll say in Goblin, thank you, Your Majesty. And I guess we're gonna head out, right? Get to the river.
Right, we ought to be able to make it to Posek by the as it gets dark.
Yeah.
Just
So
in time for comedy night, right?
it's currently 3:15 p.m. That you guys are about to exit Cragmaw Castle, and let's take a short break so I can go to the restroom.
Okay.
Me as well.
Okay. Cool.
Wonderful.
So break.
I've already removed 5 gold from my inventory.
I didn't plan it, you know that. I didn't mean to hurt you, darling. I wasn't ready, we both weren't. But look at you, you're everything I want. Just give me another chance to show you. Please hear me. I'm just trying to tell you, come with me. And we'll be everything we want to. Just give me another chance. I know I should've known better. I know I should've never
First time met you, I hope you stay in town. Pretty hair, pretty eyes, wish you were by my side. You are the best any girl could ever wanna be. Always nice, always kind, in the back of your own mind. Is it wrong, is it right to think I could reach so high? You're the moon in the sky, baby I'll run, 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 run. Baby I'll run, 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 run after you. Baby I'll run, 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 run. Baby I'll run, 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 run after you. When I see you, I forget the world is happening. I just stop and stare. Your smile, so bright, makes the sun want to run and hide. I can't believe my find. The impossible is possible in my dreams, and in my dreams you're mine. I look up at the stars at night, think of you, and wonder where do I? Is it wrong, is it right to think I could reach so high? You're the moon in the sky, baby I'll run, 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 run. Baby I'll run, 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 run after you. Baby I'll run, 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 run. Baby I'll run, 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 run after you. Through time, through space, my love for you will never fade. Baby, I will hold true. Two worlds apart, how can I get to know you, babe? Why is this space so far? One soul, two hearts, though yours seems many miles apart. But baby, you've got mine. Baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, 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 run after you. Baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, 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 run after you. Baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, 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 run after you. Baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, 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 run after you.
Thought I better love you better, 'cause you're all I know.
We are back.
Got the drip.
And let's see. You guys are currently at Cragmore Castle.
We're getting that boat.
And which are you guys going to go out the way that you guys came in?
Probably the main entrance at this point. They don't care.
I mean,
Whatever way they lead us out. I mean,
they kind of just lead you that way.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just whatever way they lead us.
Okay. So there's a path, and the goblin that's leading you out is like, and this path will lead you to the dock.
Wonderful.
Obviously, he doesn't speak common.
Yeah, and I'll just tell him, I'll say, well, wonderful, thank you.
Also, did you guys pay him?
Yeah.
We gave him 5 gold. He took 5 gold
Okay,
out of his
cool.
pocket.
Wow, how generous! You didn't even ask them to help you.
What?
He didn't even ask you guys to help with his the travel expenses, job expenses.
What do you mean?
The 5 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's minor when you have over 100 in,
Yeah, that's
in
true.
your bag.
So yeah, as you guys are kind of following my path, you see a band of hobgoblins come back, and one of them, let's see, how many is it? It is 3 hobgoblins. And it's one going like in the front, and there's 2 behind him, and the 2 in the back start drawing their swords, and he's hold. And he's hello there, and well met, travelers.
Well met.
Good day.
I am Targor Bloodsword of the Cragmaw Kingdom.
Wonderful. Pleasure to meet you. We just got out of a conversation with King Groll.
One in the back drops it. They all have bags, and he drops his bag, and 3 elven heads roll out of it. And he's like, starts trying to scramble and pick him up, and Targor slaps him and turns. What did you say? I'm sorry.
We just got done talking with King Groll. What was your guys' mission you're coming back from?
We went to go, battle at the border with the Elven Enclave.
History check on it. What do I know about the Elven Enclave?
Nothing.
Figures.
But Nigel might. You can.
Nigel, what's the Elven Enclave from a neutral point of view? Non-biased. Non-fake news.
Total 10.
Total 10.
Come on, Nigel.
History.
Well, here's the thing about the Elven Enclave. The Posek Wood, or Cragmaw Forest, as they call it, is, well, there's not really any human kingdoms in there, but there are tribes. And so I would assume that the Elven Enclave controls the north side of the forest. I don't really know much details about their society because we don't really have any contact with them. But I have heard rumors of different groups in the wood. So
the Elven Enclave is primarily isolationist?
Yeah, isolationist. They probably are made up more of wood elves.
How would I relate to that at all with me being half elf?
Probably not, because you came from like a distant land.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are you from again?
That's wonderful. I am from Crota.
Oh yeah, no, you're probably not related to them at all. Yeah. So yeah, we want to go slay some of those dirty Elven Enclave elves.
Cool. Well, yeah. Awesome.
Well, it seems we're going up to the river. Are they the shoot-on-sight type elves, or are they?
Well, they shoot us on sight, and we shoot them on sight.
So we probably wouldn't need to worry then.
Could be possible. It depends how tribal they are.
How tribal are they?
How what?
Tribal.
Oh, tribal.
Are they civilized society, or?
I don't really know what civilized society looks like.
Do they stick to themselves? Do they trade with anyone else?
They trade with themselves.
Okay, so they might be. You're right.
Better be remain cautious.
Yes.
Especially if there's a struggle for power going on here in the woods.
Yes, but also we don't look like goblins, so they wouldn't maybe.
You're traveling with a goblin in your bag.
Yeah, but we'll tuck him away, right, Drew?
I may have some use for you guys.
Okay. Lay it on us.
How would you feel about throwing a coup?
On King Droll?
Oh, so you guys are on board.
Maybe.
As far our impression so far is that he's
looking for a new heir, and he would. What's your opinion on his son?
You mean you don't mean Buvor,
the comedian.
the comedian? He ran away to Human City, wherever, to try and make people laugh. And that makes me laugh in itself. He's not fit to be a king. I would love to bathe in his blood.
But if he was, would you still follow his orders?
No.
Well,
We might take you up on that in the future. Let us weigh all of our options, because that might sound like...
We might have something for you in the future if you're really intent on that.
Alright, do me a favor. Don't mention it to King Grohl. I'm
We-
trying to quietly get the hobgoblins. Us hobgoblins are tired of being bossed around by the bugbears.
Do you...
It's our time to
so wait, isn't the bugbear in the other cave thing too? Isn't that another bug? Isn't he a bugbear? Wasn't that okay?
Who?
The bugbear
Back in Fandolin.
back in Fandolin.
Fandolin Mosk is a bugbear.
Okay.
Yemek is a goblin. Now Targor is a hobgoblin.
Oh my gosh, there's
Hobgoblin.
And Buvor is a bugbear because it's the son of Grohl, who's a bugbear.
Well, if you're interested in some possibilities, how much do you know about Yemek?
Yemek. Is he that dirty little goblin that got sent with Clarg?
Right.
Have you guys seen Clarg lately? Is he doing good?
He's not doing so hot anymore.
Dead. I see.
Yeah. Yemek ended up taking over that cave and overthrew Yarg.
Oh, is that where all the orcs went?
Yeah. We were going to make our way over to Posek and then cross back into the woods and get rid of Yemek.
Yeah, we will be dealing with Yemek during this time, so keep that on the down low as well.
Oh, man. When are you guys going to get there? I want to show up for that.
What do you think? Day 2?
Right.
We can try to convince him tonight, and then from there, go down there. You know.
Right.
So, day and a half. So maybe 2 days from now. Because we have 3 days total.
3 days. We can probably make it there
I-
after a rest and Posek. We can probably make it there.
Because we can talk with him this evening, and then
Because remember, we're taking the raft through the river all the way into Posek.
we can spend that whole day talking with him, and then trying to convince him. And then from there, if we don't convince him, make our way down. If we do or don't convince him, make our way down, take care of it. So, if you would like to meet us there within, this would be 1 full day. So then
Right.
on day 2, we would be there, correct?
Right. Just
Okay.
got to remember, we got to be sure to beat the black spider back here.
But that's with day 3. That'd be on the 3rd day, which I would,
Right. This is assuming that black spider keeps to their current arrangement.
which I think we
They
could-
don't strike me as as to having the most honorable of intentions if they're after wealth and power.
And yes. Oh wow, this is gonna be difficult. There's a lot to really take in right now. Okay.
It might be best for the hobgoblins to remain here. That way, their war forces are still pretty consolidated.
But also there's a
Oh,
lot
come
of
on. There's 3 of us.
there's a lot of goblins there. You have to remember that. There's a lot of goblins. Because remember, there was at least like 10 of them in that one room when we were doing those first things. I really wouldn't mind some backup, especially if it takes a couple hits per goblin to kill it. You know?
That was at
Well,
level 1.
yeah, but also, like, I'm still doing the same amount of damage with my mace and things.
Fair.
You know? Like, I'd have to use spells, but I don't have that much.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can do a really high level spell, but also Yemek isn't gonna take a lot to kill. You know? Like, I can just come up to him and do inflict wounds, and hopefully that kills him. You know, catch him off guard, and then
Oh,
he
I
falls, everyone else would fall. Everyone else would back off.
I will play Shatter, and we can get rid of Yemek and his trusted followers.
But you have to be level 10. No, wait. Oh. Okay, so I wouldn't mind some backup. It's 10 of us, only 3 of them. That's fine by me. So, yes.
You guys seems kind of... Do you want backup or not?
I feel that we're okay without it.
Why don't you guys ask Nigel?
What's your opinion, Nigel?
So he's been listening to both sides, so I'm going to have each of you roll persuasion. see which way he's leaning.
And do we do our pluses or just straight?
Yeah. Charisma and persuasion. I think you guys don't have a tie.
22.
He wins.
Okay. I think we're fine without the bloody sword person.
Okay.
All right, it's fine, and he just pushes past you and walks away.
Okay. So we have a lot of options here when it comes to new rulers, it seems.
Right. It's going to be quite the arena setup. We could probably start setting up some betting pools.
I mean, regardless, it's going to have to be a fight. Because if we had the son in, then the son's going to have to take the place of the father, and he's going to have to fight all these people. So, I think, honestly, our best bet would be to arrange that. Like, all honesty here. And can we get on the boat and we can talk about this as we're floating?
Okay, so you guys are walking, so you can talk about this as you're walking.
Yeah, so we're walking and talking to get to the dock. So, I think a good option would be...
What was that guy's name? Bloodsword?
Targar Bloodsword.
What's going to have to happen is there's going to be a fight regardless. It's a matter of who's in the fight, in the sense of is it the son or the father. And if the son is in the fight, obviously he stands a better chance.
Right, so the son takes out the father, and if the son's not too keen on remaining ruler, well, he could just abandon it and let someone else take it.
Yeah, as long as they have good relationships with it. Because it's like all the people who would be the new rulers, they all have pros and cons, but there's still pros to each and every single one in the sense of like trading and how they handle it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously a bugbearer is more likely to win than a little tiny goblin like Yemek, and we're just gonna take Yemek out at this point. It seems like he would prefer his son, but also if he ends up dying, like, what's the point? Like, he's not gonna be alive to see it anyways, and the kingdom could possibly fall at this point. I don't know. We're being stopped.
Which would...
apparently.
No, you guys are fine.
So it sounds like, regardless of what happens, there's going to be a little fight, and to decide who's going to be the new kingdom heir and ruler.
Right.
And I don't really necessarily have a preference on who is, because regardless,
if it comes along the lines of language and diplomacy, I would put my bets on the bard, but if he's not really looking forward to it, there's the bugbear from Phandalin, and he's got potential.
and he's also willing to work, and he also doesn't like the black spider.
Right.
So it sounds like those two are our best bets.
Right. As for the bloodthirsty hobgoblin,
that we just ran into, sounds like he would be kind of more authoritarian.
Well, theoretically, they would all have some authoritarian traits, with the exception of the bard, because he's trying to be a comedian. He doesn't see... if he's aiming to be a stage performer, he doesn't seem cut out for the whole leadership role, in my opinion.
Okay.
But he might have the charisma to pull something off.
Yes. So, at this point,
I say convince him,
and if we don't,
and get or at least try to get his input on it. Otherwise, we got the other bets of the other contenders.
and it seems like regardless of what happens, there's going to be a fight for power, and that still could be up for chance. Even if they do have a fight, it doesn't matter who wins at that point. We have our who we prefer, but in the end, it's not going to really truly affect us. We just have to do this to help that speed along, and then get our friend out of there. Because that's all we care about right now, and trying to take down the Black Spider. It sounds like whoever would be in charge would not side with the Black Spider.
Here's the problem, though. The moment we got Gundren with us, that puts the Black Spider on us.
But also, Gundren knows more about the Black Spider. Well, it doesn't sound like he knows a lot.
Yeah, he didn't know much.
I think our best bet is before the fight, talk with Cream Goal, get all the information that we can about the Black Spider, where they are, what to do, and what he recommends, and his thoughts. He obviously doesn't like them. And then from there...
Well, so far, and who knows, maybe there's a more diplomatic way to, when it comes to the Black Spider. I mean, Gundren has a...
It doesn't sound like they're going to be very diplomatic, and all they want is power. They don't care what stands in their way. And they want that cave, and so does Gundren. And they obviously would kill for Gundren at this point. They really want him. He obviously has information that they want.
I don't know, that one chick, she was looking at us suspicious, but I didn't get any... she wasn't bloodthirsty like the hobgoblins were bloodthirsty.
But also...
Diplomacy's an option.
But it doesn't sound like... It sounds like the Black Spiders are kind of scummy. Not gonna lie.
Right. But what person who doesn't move about in the shadows, which person who lives in the shadows wouldn't be scummy?
Obviously not you. Considering your history. At least that I know of.
I have had my fair hands in scams here and there. I mean, you got to get by.
Of course.
My whole reason for jumping into this is hoping for more honest shots. So,
and if anything, this would be good karma to take out those the underworld, if that makes sense, and
right.
to put things in place to only help what's going on, to help the people around.
Right. Thing is, the Drow are still people, which means they can be reasoned with.
Yeah, but they're
We're reasoning with goblins. That says a lot.
Yeah. But it's what we're reasoning for is in their best interest, and they also have chips against us, as well.
Anyways, let's just hope that we can get this raft down the river safely.
Yes.
Okay, so about 4:30. So 3:25 to 4:30 is like the time you spent walking down this trail. You see in the distance. What order are you guys walking in?
I'd say we'd be fairly grouped closely together if we're doing all the talking.
Yeah, if we're talking and just kind of chilling out, and
Okay.
I mean, I would say we're probably in the front talking, and then, our home slice bread slice dog Nigel here is right behind us.
Okay. So you start seeing the docks, or just the dock, probably about 100 feet down the way. But on the path, probably about 65, 70 feet ahead of you, you see 6 wolves, and two of them are kind of nibbling on a dead goblin on the path.
These aren't like the wolves being killed.
No, these aren't wards. These are just wolves. Like forest wolves.
Okay.
Then you see like a big alpha male and a chunky wolf kind of chowing down on a couple of goblins. And then you see a runt kind of like sitting back closer to the dock waiting for his turn. And then you see a graying wolf kind of sitting to their left, just kind of sitting. And you see 2 whelps, and they're probably 65 feet away from you, and they're closest to you, kind of just fighting with each other.
They're like pups?
Yeah, they're more pup. But they're still, they're like
Don't
adolescent.
take the pups.
They're like adolescent, more than pups.
Don't take them.
And then as you...
Just kill them really quick.
As you are walking, as you start seeing them, you see them all perk up and look at you.
Sacred Flame, right? Or should I just Thaumaturgy? I'm gonna Thaumaturgy randomly, like a super loud, just like boom, like almost like an explosion noise, a little bit to on my right, in the woods coming from there, like just giant, just like stuff, like trees falling, just lots of noise, super loud, as far as it can go, which is about 30 feet from me, coming from the woods to my right. Just make that noise and get their attention over there.
I suppose prepare your intimidation.
I don't think intimidation.
Or would that hopefully that either distracts them enough so we can get like some.
I'm gonna say
done.
roll animal handling because you're trying to like persuade animals, and it's not.
So I get a +4. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we got. Got 18 + 4, so that's 22.
So they don't look scared. They just start barking that way, and start running off. But the alpha picks up the bones of the goblin, not bones, but just the remains, and just starts dragging them as the other ones start charging that direction.
All right.
That worked. Quickly pack up and let's get to the.
And then each of you take 100 XP. That was I love that solution.
I mean, they're just typical wild wolves. You don't have to murderate them.
Yeah, you don't have to. I love that solution.
That actually worked really well.
That did work really well.
I mean, Survival 101.
Yeah, so you're good to go. I love that we don't have to run 30-minute combat now. So the dock is there. The river, you saw how it kind of like the river goes this way. So then this is kind of just like the river goes out a little bit too, off the main road, or I don't know, stream, and it's almost like a lake or something, but it kind of flows back to you're at the very tip of the bottom of like a branch of the river, and that's where the dock is built, and you see rafts. And they're more. It's not so much a raft as it is like a large canoe.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, and there's paddles and everything, and so the stream is pushing against you guys, but yeah, there's like 3 pretty large. I mean, there's like a really long one. There's like a medium one and a small one.
Think the medium one would fit us all?
Oh yeah, the medium one would. There's 3 of you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
3 of us.
Medium one.
I mean, you can count Droop as 4, but he's in the backpack.
Yeah.
He's vibing.
The medium raft is like a 4-seater. The small one's like a 2-seater, and then the big one's like a 6 to 8-seater.
6 of the medium ones are better bet.
Okay. Yeah.
And if everyone paddles, we'll go pretty quick, especially downstream.
Yeah, it also seems to have that extra bit of space, like if we need a duck from a arrow or something.
True. So I'm gonna have you guys make just a strength check. All 3 of you make strength checks.
All right, so
just so I can get a good idea of your guys' speed.
Stealth.
Straight.
Is it just straight strength?
Mm-hmm. Just a regular
So
strength
just
check.
a straight roll of the die for me.
Yeah.
Natural 19 for me.
But you get to add your.
The +0.
Oh. Oh man. So I got 8 + 3, so
And then Nigel.
that's 11.
Natural 19 -1, so he's at an 18.
Okay. So you got 19, 18, and 11, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I want you guys to make just an overall teamwork roll. It's not like there's no plus or anything, just to see how unsync you guys are paddling.
So like everyone rolls.
Just one roll.
Oh, one roll.
As a whole team.
Do you want to do it, or you want me to do it?
You can do it.
Oh gosh. It's a 9. That's okay. All right.
It's decent, yeah. So you guys are kind of just like, you can tell you guys don't go in boats very often, but it's not like terrible. So you guys are making decent speed, and let's see how long that'll be.
And we're going down, right?
You're going against the stream right now because you're trying to get to the main stream, and that will take you very easily to Posek without any work other than like steering.
Right.
That's about 7 miles. So then I'll have you guys make a Constitution check. Also.
All of us?
Yeah, everybody, because you guys are all having to paddle
Just
decently hard.
straight Constitution?
Yeah, just a Constitution check.
Oh, gosh.
Total 4 for me.
I got 7.
Total of 9 for Nigel.
So, okay, what was the highest roll?
9.
Everybody's going to take 1 level of exhaustion, which is just disadvantage on ability checks
Okay.
until you guys take a long rest.
A long rest?
Yeah. It takes you guys, I don't know what normal boat speed is. We'll say 2 hours. It's 6:30 p.m. as you guys get to the main river.
No boat speed.
Yeah, I don't know boat speeds. I can look that up real fast.
At least against a river.
Right. Looking at the map, it looks like that the trip there would take up until the end of the day. Anyways.
Yeah. You think we should do a long rest when we get there? And clean up? Hozak's a pretty big town, right?
Yes. They might not be happy to see me again, but
Yeah, but...
So, actually, yeah, that would actually only take like 3 hours. Moving at like the pace that you guys are moving.
What's the boat speed at? Average boat speed against river?
So I can't find against a river, but I found rowboats can reach 3 to 4 knots, which is about 3.5 to 4.6 miles per hour. And considering that you guys are not moving as fast as you're going to get stream and you're not as in sync, I just kind of rounded that down a little bit. So that would take you 3 hours to go with about 6. So like 2 miles per hour. So pretty slow. So it's 7:30 as you guys get to the main river and start turning. And then from there, you guys can probably go closer to 4.5 miles per hour, without trying too hard. And that will take you. So that's gonna be about 8.5 hours to go downstream.
Can we speed it up a little by trying a little bit harder?
You can.
You guys want to speed it up? Because we'll be close to like what? It's like 6 right now, right?
Yeah.
It takes 8 hours, so it's like 2 o'clock in the morning when we get there. So just speed it up. Try to.
It'll actually be close to like probably. Let's see, 7:30 right now.
we could take turns on rests on the way there and keep it slow.
A long rest.
Yeah, like
How long is a long rest again?
8 hours.
I mean, I still have my spells, and it's just a matter of being a little exhausted.
Yeah, I guess. It's not like we're gonna use magic there. I'd say I think we should just hoof it there. In the boat. Go as fast as we can. And then we can just rest when we get there. You know? And that way we can start the day and interact with the gentleman, and hopefully, if that doesn't end up working well, go back to the thing. It's not like we're gonna use magic during while we're in the town, you know. It's gonna be on our way to the town when we are in most danger. The sooner we get to the town, the quicker it'll be.
I'll point out, you are traveling at faster than a fast pace without much effort. Because a fast pace is 4 miles per hour, like just on foot. You're going 4.5. So.
If we go foot even faster, if we do try, how fast could we go?
We're already exhausted though, so
Yeah, you're at 1 level of exhaustion.
How many levels of exhaustion are there?
Well, there's 6, but the 6th one is death. If you go another level of exhaustion, your speed will be halved. But that's more like walking speed. But you won't be able to, like, you're pretty like able to maintain this faster speed without trying. You probably won't be able to maintain that speed if you're exhausted, and it'll go down a little bit.
Okay, so it's not worth the risk then. Okay, never mind then. Scratch it. I'm sorry. I just thought it'd be, yeah. But that's if we fail it.
right.
And
And we'd already be rolling at disadvantage, so
oh yeah, true. Okay.
So after about an hour, you hear some yelling up ahead. It's 8:30 p.m. and you can see a little bit of fire on the right side of the shore up ahead, probably about 150 feet.
Fire, like coming from a village?
No, not a village. It's you're still in the woods. You've only been on the boat for about an hour on the mainstream.
right.
So it's not like a main landmark.
No, it's still in the woods for sure.
Your thoughts?
I'd say keep it slow.
Can we slow down the boat a little bit?
Yeah.
And kind of like, as we slowly kind of passing it, can we kind of like listen and try to figure out what's going on? And like, kind of like duck down in the boat.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
All of us?
Yeah. Or whoever's trying to look.
A 9 for me.
Should I get +4?
A total of 20 for Nigel.
So that's 8 for me.
Okay, you hear Nigel, like, he starts looking. Oh, crikey. Oh, these are goblins and elves fighting. Everybody duck down just a little bit. Maybe we can pass by safely.
Okay. Ducking.
Okay, make a stealth roll.
All of us?
Yeah.
Okay. Stealth, don't kill me now. Yeah, +4, so 13 +4. So I got 18 stealth.
Okay. What about Deacon and Nigel?
Nigel. Let's see, Nigel. How much stealth does he have? Where's his stealth at? Oh, there it is. Stealth would be +7, dude. Nigel's ripped. Nigel got 10.
Okay. What about Deacon?
Deacon, you need to roll your stealth, McGee.
8.
8. Okay. You can see spears kind of like flying, and there's a couple that roll past, and one actually. What's Nigel's armor class?
He is 14.
14. One hits him in the shoulder for 6 damage. It's just a stray spear. You don't know who threw it. And he goes, "Oh, cracky!"
Where's his health at?
I don't know.
Current health. He's at 16.
Yeah.
So how much damage?
6.
He's at 10 health.
But other than that, you guys are fine. There are a couple of spears that kind of just fly into the water, but there's only that one that hit him. And then you guys go for another hour. And you guys get out of the woods completely there. So it's about 9:30, and you guys are out of the woods, and you have about 6.5 more hours to go on your journey.
Okay.
And then
While we're doing that, can we each take a short rest? Or
Yeah.
will that slow down everything?
it won't slow down too much. You should probably maintain that speed with both of you. So if you guys each want to take a short rest, you can.
Okay. With Nigel can hop in too and help.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. So I guess during this time, each of us will take a short rest.
Okay.
And I don't really need any more health. So
Who's taking the first short rest?
probably me.
Okay. And are you gonna spend any hit die?
I get them all back during a long rest, right?
After long rest, yeah.
I might as well. It's just 1d8 plus my level.
Yeah.
Let's see, what is you? Got 4. I'm max health now. We good. What if I see your eraser? If that's okay.
And then, are you eating any food?
Me?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll eat some rations.
Alright, yeah, so you can get rid of your level of exhaustion then.
Nice.
And then Nigel, is he going to restore any health?
What?
Is Nigel going to spend a hit die?
Yeah, I think that. Because we're going to take a long rest when we get there, I assume. Or something, you know?
Yeah.
Nigel gets back up to full.
Okay. And then I assume he's eating too. Probably going
Right.
So if you guys all eat, you can get rid of your exhaustion.
Okay.
And then, do you want to send any hit die? Do you need to?
No, I'll
Okay.
hold off.
So you guys don't have your exhaustion anymore, so that's good. And I forgot to ask you guys have disadvantage back there, but that's okay. You guys do get into some rapids, so I'll have you make I'll have you guys who's steering the boat right now? Probably not you because you took your short rest. And this is towards the end of your short rest.
So probably me.
You or Nigel.
I guess I will. What do I need to roll?
Roll a survival check as you guys are starting to go into some, like, not rapids, but it's a little bit more topsy-turvy.
So you got 16 plus 4, so that's 20.
Yeah, you do. You actually start figuring out how to steer the boat really well. And as you guys are going through some rapids, the boat, like, some water gets in it, and Nigel starts scooping it out, and you pretty expertly start navigating your way through these rapids. And yeah, the rest of the journey is pretty boring, honestly. About 4 a.m. you start rolling up into Posek, into the docks. And Deacon, you recognize these docks really well. Because you're from Posek, and since you have the urchin background, don't you?
Yes.
So yeah, you recognize the docks really well.
Where should we steer it?
Deacon's the one who knows the answer to that because it's his hometown.
Deacon, where should we park the boat? Or do you know someone we could sell the boat to maybe get our 5 coin back?
We can store the canoe the proper way and come back for it.
And then sell it off, so hopefully...
We don't even have to use a dock space for it. We can just pull off over to the side here and actually sink the canoe.
Yeah, but we should at least try to recuperate that 5 gold. You know, if we sell off the canoe, maybe we can even make more money off of it than that 5 gold. Is a canoe worth 5 gold? How much is the canoe actually worth? Like, what's the value?
I don't know. Do you know anybody that you could sell it to in Posek?
I mean, you know the town super well, so I mean, I would assume.
I don't exactly know the dock keepers well enough, but
So let's roll up to the dock.
Are you guys gonna roll up to the dock?
Yeah, paddle up there. And, see, is there anyone at the dock keeping it?
You see some, like, there's not that much going on at the docks. You do see like a couple larger boats that look like they're getting ready to go upstream with some goods.
Mm-hmm.
Just loading up, and that's about it.
Can I hail one of the people on the ship and ask him and talk with him really quick?
Yeah, a guy comes down. What you got? What you got?
Well, we just came from upstream, and we would like to sell off this canoe. Do you know where we can talk with someone when it comes to selling off this canoe?
Well.
Do you guys want it?
Hey, Captain. Yeah, they want to sell us a boat. Alright, 1 second. And he kind of walks away, and then another gentleman comes. Hello there.
Hello. How are you, sir?
I'm good. You guys are trying to sell your canoe?
Yeah, we do not need this canoe at this point. we don't plan on keeping it. Are you guys all looking to purchase it?
I can give you about 20 silver for it.
Your thoughts? You think that's good enough?
That's what, 2 gold?
Yeah.
And also, we can throw in some good information for you. We just came from upstream, which I assume you guys are going.
Yeah.
We actually, on our way here, we noticed a small...
There's a struggle for territory between the local goblin
and elves.
and the Elven Enclave.
Oh, yeah, up there.
We just want to warn you that that's going on currently, and...
Stray arrows and whatnot.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, how's 25 silver? 26 silver sound there?
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. And he gives you the silver, and yeah, you guys are free to roam around.
So how do we just split it up between all 3 of us, the silver?
We'll just say he gave you 27. I forgot there.
So,
Nigel.
how even would that be? So that'd
It'd be 9.
So everyone gets 9 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. Gross. So that's 20. So 9 silver. So that's 20. So that's 70. 70. 7. Awesome. I have 77 silver. That's all. That's
Nice.
That's quality. Okay. So, do you know a good place for us to... Do you think we should take a rest right now? I know you just had a short rest. Do you believe we should have a long rest and wait for it to become day so we can go find this gentleman?
Yeah,
this bugbear?
let's go for the long wet rest, and then after that, scrounge up for info from any of the
Comedy club, right?
Yeah, taverns.
And and also you know this place pretty well, but also I think it's gonna be pretty easy to find a bugbear in this place. Not gonna lie. Out of all places, he should be pretty easy to spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you know any good resting places?
Yeah, this is Deacon's hometown, so he can provide you with the best information.
That's free that we could possibly, so we don't have to pay money. You always is there a good place that would be a good place for a long rest that's relatively free and not
The local temple for you?
Okay, you think that would be a good spot? Yeah. Because that's what I came here for.
You would know that.
Yeah.
You would know that.
Yeah. Alright.
Temples are always hospitable. At least for you, if you're looking for a free spot to bunk down. Don't know if Nigel and I would be welcome.
I feel like I could talk with them.
Okay, see.
Because my whole purpose here was to
But
establish...
they might look for some amount of recompense for our stay.
Yeah, that's doable. It'd still be cheaper than I would think at an inn.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
So you guys are gonna head to the local temple?
Yeah, it's not a Nazu temple, is it?
Yeah, no, it is.
It is the Nazu temple.
It's a small temple. There's a lot of small temples here, but there's no major deity for this town specifically.
And that's why I came here to try to establish.
I'll generally have an extra bunk or 2 for traveling priests,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. So you go in there. Are you gonna try and?
I'll probably take off all my beaver stuff. And,
Oh yeah. Are you gonna put on your vestments?
Yeah. And look a little bit more priest-like.
Okay. You walk in the front door, and it's like semi-small temple, at least the chapel. I don't know what you'd call it for Mizzou. It's not like a chapel, but it looks like a chapel almost, with the vaulted ceilings and whatnot. And you can hear just a choir in there, and it's oh. And as you walk in, you're approached by a dwarf, and you recognize him. His name is Nordred Ironstone, and he's in his vestments. Hello.
Hello, brother.
Brother Equius.
Yes, I have. I've come back from from a short journey. We have had a few problems on this journey, but we are looking to rectify some situations going on, and we would like to have a small place to just have a nice long rest for a little bit before we get back on the road and continue to search for what we're looking for.
Oh yes. right this way. You know the way to the chambers, and
Yes.
your friends can stay with you.
Wonderful. And how has the temple been going here? I know we've I've come here to establish just different relations and things. Is it?
Yeah, the temple here is just as fine. So you more came to like check on certain things,
Yeah.
and you took that job in Phandalin.
Just because I heard undead.
Yeah.
Maybe possibly.
And so he says, "Oh, how about you check in with me after you guys get settled, and we can talk about that."
Wonderful. Well, thank you again.
Yes.
I'll give him some. I'll give him some silver.
Okay. Yeah, they hold out like an alms box as you guys are walking by.
Well, can I give him empty? How many? So I had an alms box.
Yeah, you can just give him what was in there.
Yeah, because I probably collected a couple. I probably got a couple things from people, right?
Did you?
I think I got something from one person.
Oh, yeah.
From one of the red brands you.
Yeah, you stole off his dead body.
Yeah, you looted him and put it in your alms box.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Thank you for your patronage.
Yeah.
you can just kind of
I remember that.
empty your alms box into his.
Yeah.
And then he holds it out to Nigel, who drops a couple silver pieces in, and then as you guys are walking by, he's kind of up to Deacon.
Suppose it puts, drop some like 20 silver in there.
Okay. Wow. Oh, so generous. Thank you so much. Nizu, thanks you for your patronage. He walks away. And so you guys go, and you guys can take your long rest now.
Wonderful.
So full up on health, you get your spell slots back.
Yes, I do. Wonderful.
And then before you like actually go to sleep, he comes and grabs you, and he's like, "Hey, can I talk to you?"
Yes, of course.
So tell me about Phandalin. How's Nizu looking there?
Mizu's presence in Phandalin is relatively obsolete. There is a small temple there that's dedicated to his actually, I believe his Mizu's son, right? It's his son. It's the
No,
it's the
that's not the temple. That's Darren went to that kingdom. The temple there's to Asmodal.
As model, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the one that it's Mizu's, isn't it his like son?
No,
Or is that
that's his nephew.
it's his
nephew.
nephew?
Yeah.
So it's still good.
It's a shrine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all related, so it's not good or bad.
Yeah. I mean, there's a small shrine related to his nephew there
As model.
as modal,
Oh,
but
those peddlers.
there isn't much activity there in the way of active religions. But we did come across some beautiful artwork that depict the tale of Asmodal and also the caves of the lost caves there.
Oh my
It
goodness.
wasn't as model. It was
Because we came across that
a
artwork.
mural featuring the Fendover's Pact.
Yeah, we came across the Fandelver's Pact.
That's so fascinating. Oh man. We have a little bit of an assignment for you.
Mm-hmm.
Establish a shrine, a temple, whatever you can, in Phandalin. Once you get that established, send word to us, and we're gonna send somebody, or a drawing master, to get that mural copied.
Wonderful.
And there'll be great information for textbooks, and we can disseminate that information across. And it'll be just good to have another temple there, especially if Phandalin's going to grow like it's projected to.
Yes, of course. That would be wonderful for Nizu to spread the word and to continue to build our relationships with them. And also, we could always use another patronage down there.
Absolutely. So, currently April 5th.
So I have to establish. Okay.
You might want to write that down, because you forget literally everything.
Not everything. I forget names. I don't forget like the jobs we have to do. And It wasn't Phandalin, was it? Or is that Phandalin?
Yeah, they want you to establish a shrine or a temple in Phandalin.
Which would it be hard? Would that be hard to do?
I don't know. I've never tried to start a temple in the zoo.
I mean, that town would be.
Well, you'd have to get a plot of land.
I think it would be easy to work with that one temple chick, especially if we do the comb thing. If we help with that, that would definitely spark interest with her helping us. You know.
Yeah.
So that we might have to do that side quest now.
You might have to.
Does it help establish a temple, especially if we're on good terms with her? That would definitely help. She'd be willing to give us a plot of land or something. If we could figure out something. I have some money. Church is very generous.
Right. Perhaps we'd be able to talk with what's his name? Who was what's the fighter's name?
Sildar?
Sildar. If Sildar does become town master, he'd probably be able to help.
Yes, of course. He'd be a wonderful asset.
And then when it comes to getting access to building materials, there's always the miners' exchange.
Oh, yes.
That's true.
But, you know, her religion would conflict.
Well,
I mean, I don't know this, but... like,
I know that.
yeah, you do. I don't. I don't know. Because I can't metagame. But...
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I shouldn't metagame. But I wouldn't know that, so I would assume that she would help.
Yeah.
Assuming...
She would be a great asset from your perspective because she does have a successful business.
Mm.
And she does have good intentions, so no reason for you to suspect her.
Yes. But she still would... And we'll come to that when we come to that, right? Cause
yeah.
That would be interesting. And that also could be interesting for you, especially if she offered that. You know? So, who knows where this could go? Who knows? This is going to be great. It's going to be great times. So, we're resting in the temple. I now have to establish a temple down there when we get there. That'll be probably in a couple games.
Yeah.
When we finally settle down. Which will be a little bit. But that's there. There's a lot here. Oh gosh. Okay, there's
It's a
so
bigger
much.
town.
There's so much to do now. There's so much to do.
So the weather today, it's 12:15 now after you guys finish sleeping and everything. If you guys are ready to move on. You ready? Or are you going to talk about anything else?
So what time you said?
About 12:15 p.m.
12:15 today.
April 5th now. And it's kind of overcast today. And you guys are free to do whatever.
Right. Suppose while we're still there at the temple, I guess I'll just see if I can ask the priest a few things.
Okay.
I'll be praying to the zoo after this.
We'll just assume that's going on in the
Right.
background, unless you want to play it out.
I don't know how to play that kind
Okay,
of
that's
thing.
fine. We'll have you doing that in the background.
Anyways, just kind of. Excuse me, Father. Have you ever had anything to do with any of the comedy clubs here in town? Perhaps anything along the lines of a bugbear who's tried their hand at some of the stage.
I know some people. Some of our people like to go down to the comedy clubs, but I keep hearing about this terrible bugbear and the boisterous bard. And he's too fitting he fits the name too well, and he's not funny.
Which comedy club are we?
The boisterous bard.
Boisterous Bard. Does he also stay there?
He kind of stays at the inn across the street. It's a lot cheaper for somebody who sucks at comedy. But he keeps trying. I'll give him that.
I'll probably be finishing up praying and walking over to the conversation.
What time does the comedy times start for the bards?
Well, he's probably matinee because, it's cheaper to get into matinee, and I mean, I don't even know if they charge for matinees actually. So he's probably going to be on around 1 to 1:30.
So pretty quick.
Pretty soon. He's not the headliner. The headliners are 7, 8, 9, 10, depending on the day of the week.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be on probably first. You never want to go to the daytime show at a comedy tavern.
Pretty bad.
So bad. But yeah, that's going to be probably about 45 minutes until he starts.
Wonderful. So I take it we're talking about our friend that we need to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Wonderful.
So yeah, that show's gonna start soon, then I guess we better get going. Hey, Nigel, are you up for a comedy routine at the Boisterous Bard?
I don't have anything better to do, but it sounds like this is going to be train wreck.
I mean,
I guess you want to know what a train is.
I mean, as a
This is going to be a
historian,
park wreck.
I mean, as a historian and history teacher, what are your thoughts on a bugbear taking up the stage?
Well, if he was good at it, so give him a shot. But and if he was good at it, then it'd be something worth writing about. But it's still worth noting down until the good one comes around.
Yeah, and I'll open up my little bag. How about you, Droll? Your thoughts?
Who knows? Maybe the bugbear's humor is just too dry for the people of Posek.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see what's he's on about.
Do you think Droll would find it funny?
Who's Droll?
You mean Droop?
Droop.
You need to write down names.
Well, I know it's the Droop.
I mean, you call him. you had it right at the start of the game.
When I said it.
Yeah.
And it's been 30 minutes since you mentioned him. Yeah, let's go see him. I haven't seen Boobor in so long.
Wonderful.
So it's probably about a 15-minute walk to the Boisterous Bard. So at 12:30, you guys can get in.
We'll get some lunch from there, right?
Yeah, we can. You guys want to role play the ordering? We don't have to. If you guys want to get to the comedy routine.
Yeah, I'll just order I guess a nice ale.
Okay.
Nice cheap ale.
Yeah, you guys can get food if you want.
And then I'll probably have like a turkey leg or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys can have that. Deacon, you get in any food, or you just gonna?
Yeah, I suppose I'll get a small appetizer plate at the Bard.
Okay, so they have a lunchtime special for 2 copper for a meal if you guys want.
Oh,
Yeah. We'll
So
do
you
that.
2 copper.
Yeah, 2 copper. It's the daytime lunch special at the worst comedy club in town.
So we each pay 2 copper?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So you see a group of elves and a dwarf and some halflings and humans in there, kind of making up the patrons, but it's probably like a quarter of the way full of max capacity, and you see someone go up on stage with a wand, and they talk into it like a mic, and they're like, it's a halfling man, and he goes, I'm sorry that you guys chose to come here at the worst possible time. But please welcome to the stage our matinee special, Boovord.
And I'll clap.
And you hear a couple people go, oh no, not him again. And he hands the wand over to, and to be clear, he's using the wand like a mic, like divination radio.
Yeah.
And they hand it to Boovor, and you see this bugbear looks strangely like, you know how bugbears are really thick most of the time? He looks just like a normal human in his build. Just not like super muscular or not like overweight either. Just typical human build.
Just tall though. How are they? Pretty? Are they the sizes of humans, or are they pretty tall?
They're a little bit taller.
Okay.
So he just looks like a tall human. Kind of really thin for a bugbear.
And then like
So tall for a human, skinny for an orc.
Yeah.
So he looks like but obviously his skin color.
He looks like a very very hairy tall human. And he's got like the facial features of a bugbear, too. But yeah.
It's like he's half bugbear.
And he's like, "Hey everyone, thanks for having me again. You don't have to look at me like that, Lillian. Oh my goodness. All right, well, you know, my dad always told me that I should quit my dreams, but here I am. And my dream was to either be a bard or a thief, you know. So I still can't decide whether I want to join the Bards College or the Thieves Guild. I guess I'll just have to weigh the pros and cons. I get it. Pros and con.
I'll force a laugh.
This guy gets it. Anyways, a bard and a priest are they're trapped amid rising floodwaters, and the bard, he says, "What are you gonna do?" Screams the bard. "Quick," the priest says, "give me your guitar." "We're gonna die and you want to play guitar?" the bard exclaims. And, you know, the priest, he says, "Trust me." And they're trustworthy fellas. So, he says that. And with a single strum, a white light envelops them. And when the light clears, they find themselves in dry land, safe and sound. Well, the bard is, for once, speechless. You know how us bards are. And you hear a halfling from the audience go, "You're not a bard!" "Shut up, okay?" And so the bard, for once speechless, says, "What happened?" And the priest says, "Well, thank God for that." Priest says, putting the guitar down. "My Jesus saves." Did you... This guy... No, I don't even know what to do then. You guys finally got some good audience. Did you hear about the bard that was in the army? He was a lieutenant. So why couldn't the bard seduce the gelatinous cube?
The bard seduce the gelatinous what?
Seduce the gelatinous cube.
Why?
Because cubes are platonic solids. Much like Lillian over here. Lillian's like, "Shut up, Bruvor. Come on. One date, please." Okay. Beware of bards during floods. They're known for looting. And, it's just
Because bards play instruments, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like... Yeah.
It's just an hour of this. At one point, he actually pulls out a lute and tries to sing a song. The lute's not in tune. There's some tomatoes thrown at him. Fantasy tomatoes are thrown at him. It's a rough set. But it gets over, and the guy comes... Alright.
That is pretty enjoyable. I'm laughing.
Sorry you guys had to sit through that. Give us a little bit to clean the tomatoes off the stage, and we'll get someone better up here. Lillian's next, so we'll be back in a little bit. And so 1 to 2 was his set, so it's currently 2. And you guys are free to do whatever. He went and sat down at a table by himself, and he got a gallon of ale.
Okay. Yeah, he's bigger.
His name is Bovar?
What?
Bovar is his name?
Buvor.
Buvor.
It's Buvorr. Buvor.
Buvor?
Buvorr.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, maybe we should kind of we should get up or whisper hey, let's go sit next door. You know.
Let's see if he's up for a company at his table.
Yeah, so I get up really quickly and kind of weave our way through the audience really quickly. Where's he sitting? Is he sitting up front or kind of from the back?
Kind of towards the back.
Okay, we'll kind of get up and go back there, and I'll approach him and be like, "Hey, you got room for a couple more people?"
Hey, You're the guy that was laughing at my jokes.
Yeah, those were
Yeah, go ahead, sit down.
awesome. Thank you, man. I'll sit down and yeah.
Our priest is certainly optimistic.
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad you made it today. Do you come out? I mean, you don't. I know you guys don't come to Boisterous Bard a lot. At least not during the matinees.
We just got in from a trip off river, coming out from the Cragmaw Woods.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with this area.
Did you say Cragmaw Wood? Most people around here don't call it that. They call it Posek Wood.
Right.
Wow, that's interesting. You must have been.
We actually know your dad, so.
What does he want?
He's hoping that you could come back and take part in the work of the family business. He has favor in you in that.
I'm living my dream job here. This is my dream. I'm a comedian. People love me here.
I know you want to do what you absolutely love, and there's nothing stopping you from doing what you absolutely love. If you were to be king, if anything, you'd be able to do it more often. I think that it would be in one of your better interests, because that way you could perform in front of everyone in your kingdom. You know, think about that. Even more people than you have right now, in the sense of audience members and people, and also you would grow your audience way more, and I think they would also respect you more too, in that sense.
So my dad took the Cragmaw tribe into a kingdom. You know how many goblins can call themselves a king and actually mean it? That's, for one, big shoes to fill. Two, king of goblins? Do you know how goblin leaders are? If you don't roll with an iron fist, somebody's going to kill you. And even then, people are going to try and kill you. I'll be king, sure, but...
For how long?
Well, then I'm obliged to continue my father's stupid war against the Elven Enclave.
You could use this as an opportunity to
End
that war. Perhaps reach out with a olive branch.
I could try, but then, I mean...
Who knows? They might actually enjoy your comedy routine.
You could also, not only could you reach out to them with an olive branch, but you would be under new management. You already have an in with the people in this town. You have.
Let's be honest, they hate me here.
I don't think that's completely true.
Hey, Lillian, do you hate me? Yeah. See?
One person, that doesn't dictate who you are or who you are as a person. That just because someone dislikes you at this moment doesn't mean they can't come around. And also, it's different to hate someone for their humor rather than who they are as a person. I haven't sat with you super long, but you still seem like a very, very nice and intelligent person.
And how much is that valued in Bugbear Society? Goblin Society?
It might not be a value of their society, but think about what you could do to change that. In the sense of reach out to this sort of town when it comes to trading. You could expand your kingdom when it comes to trading and things because you have an in with these people. You don't seem as a threat. You would be able to have an olive branch to those other tribes, like the elves. You could help unite the whole forest under your rule. And also, you could get rid of those people who didn't like you, such as the people who would try to overthrow you. I think, if anything, you'd be able to convince them of peace and why this would be better and in their best interest as well. In the sense of there would be less war and they'd be able to live longer as well. And I don't think anyone wants to die early. That's the natural order of things.
Not to mention, elven culture is known to be artistic. Perhaps this could be an opportunity for you to broaden your expertise when it comes to being a bard.
And also your comedy as well. being exposed to different cultures helps you grow as a person.
I'll at least go. It's time for me to visit home.
Right.
I think that would be a wonderful decision, and we are here to help you in any way. And I actually did enjoy those jokes. Those were pretty great. I honestly thought they were.
Truthfully,
humorous.
you did?
No, they were actually pretty humorous. Like, okay, I actually thought they were humorous. Like the one that she did, that was pretty good. I like that one a lot.
Well, let me go grab my things, and we can head out.
Wonderful. I know. We might have to do a pit stop.
We got a cave to clear out.
We have-
free up some wards.
Yes, and that would also help you in the end as well.
Who are we killing?
What was that little
Craig.
goblin's name?
Craig.
No.
No, not Craig. I didn't write his name down. He was the first guy we fought. Seldar? No, not Seldar. Pozak.
Anyways, there's some goblins in a wooden place.
There's a goblin that we are currently on good terms with. Who?
Sort of good terms. That might not be the case now. Remember, the light does wear out.
That is true. Long story.
That's probably what the wargs were about, now that I think about it. If that goblin has control of the wargs, and we were attacked by wargs yesterday...
Yeah. Okay. Only goblins can control wargs, right? Not bugbearers.
Hobgoblins, Bugbear, they can all control them.
And King Groll was really nice to us. He wouldn't have sent those out after us.
Right, he seemed to have reached out more.
Mm. Well, and also you'd be a very fit ruler, and probably the best option for the Kingdom of the Forest.
Right. It's one thing to rule with an iron fist. It's another thing to be benevolent as you rule.
Mm. And you'd be quite good at that. And we would back you up 100%.
Well, that wouldn't help me. Goblins, they hate outside help.
Well, we're going to take care of a couple goblins.
Alright, well, let me grab my things. Let's go. He just kind of gets up. Well, he chugs his ale, and then he gets up and he goes across the street, and then comes back outside like 10 minutes later. And so it's currently 2:15 p.m. And, you guys can do whatever you want.
You know this town pretty well. Is there anything we should stop at, or is there anything that'd be wonderful for us to do or partake while we're here? Because I don't think we'll be coming back here for a couple.
Right. I suppose see if there's a carriage we can rent to at least get to the outside of that first set of woods.
Or some horses.
So you want to hire a carriage?
Well, not necessarily hire, but
Because you can hire a carriage.
how much is that?
Give me a second. It would be 3 copper pieces per mile.
Okay, no, maybe not. What about a horse? How much would it be, guys, to hire a horse?
To hire a horse?
Or how much to buy a horse?
About 75 gold pieces for just riding horse
You
per
gonna buy-
person.
You gonna buy a horse?
How much did we say?
75
75 gold pieces.
for a horse that you get to keep.
I have enough for one horse.
And I have enough for one horse, little Nigel.
You should have enough for at least a horse on him. What about our new bard? How's he doing on?
Not sure.
He's not really. Is he really a bard, or
I mean, not like the bard class.
he just says he's a bard?
Well, like, not like the player character kind of bard, but, I mean, he's a bard in the sense that he likes to tell jokes and entertain. That's what a bard is, like, in real life.
Yeah.
Like, William Shakespeare's a bard.
Okay.
So, in that sense, he's a bard. Yes,
Okay,
but
yeah.
he's not like
The
a
cleric or something.
no, not like because like a cleric is like a person who works for a church in real life.
Mm.
So
Yeah, he's not. Okay.
he's not
He's
the
entertaining.
class bard, but he's a bard. You know,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you guys wanted to hire a cab to get you to the forest, like to the edge of the Keeley Trail, it'd be 84 copper pieces, which is a little less than 8.5 silver pieces. Just for reference.
8.5 silver. That's still money. I'm a penny pincher here.
Obviously. And for reference, that's still less than 1 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts.
So you can basically give like 1 gold between all of you to get a cab, or you can each spend 75 gold and get a horse that you get a key.
Or walk.
Or you can walk.
How long would it take us to walk versus ride?
So
I'm sorry, Nate. I'm not trying to
no,
be difficult
probably take you about like a day and a half.
to walk. Okay, we're getting a horse. Do you
Right.
think we should just rent a cabin and have them wait for us, and then kill all the goblins, and then
Right.
get back on the horse and then go? So let's go. I think we should rent a cab.
Yeah, let's get a cab.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna rent a cab for 1 gold each, and
It's 1 gold total.
yeah,
1 gold.
1 gold total.
Yeah.
And can we talk with them and make sure they're okay with a little bit of danger?
Oh no, I hate danger. What kind of danger are you talking? Are you talking about like just the normal risk of going down a trail, or are you talking like?
It's the Keeley Trail. It is Goblin territory here.
We will be able to protect you, and we have some business there. We will be making the trail safer in the end.
So keep in mind, if you're taking that trail, he won't be able to take the cab up the trail.
Yeah, no, he'll be able to like take it down, and we'll get out and go that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we'll pay him our gold for all of us. And we'll pay for the gentleman who we have with us, the Bard's Fair,
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
Make it free for him.
So how far are you wanting him to take you? Exactly.
As close as he can, I would assume, with us being able to get off
Right.
the trail. Like, you remember where we got the horses from? Like, where we originally got attacked?
Mm-hmm.
Can you take us to that location?
Yeah.
Perfect. Because
so
that's familiar to us.
That would be about 2.5 hours, by cart, and
That
then be
works.
another 2 hours to get there by foot along that path. Or I guess it would be about an hour if you went at a fast pace.
Right. And we do know which spots to look out for when it comes to pitfalls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fresh. And also, they're friendly to us, so we can just walk right in and just kill them really quick, and then hopefully they won't attack, and then we'll see. How loyal are goblins to their leader? Do they pretty much, like, after he's gone, like, are they, like, willing to fight and die for him, or are they like, oh, no, screw that, I'm not, bye? See,
Not really. When their leader dies, they're not really willing to fight any longer.
Was it Ingle? Is that his name?
Yemek.
Yemek.
And we're gonna kill him, so it's gonna be okay. We'll just go in, we'll apologize for the rope, and then I just inflict wounds on this little gentleman, and just shrivel him up.
Okay.
Unless you roll 3 damage.
Unless I roll 3 damage, yes, which hopefully that does not occur.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 2:15, so it'd be 4:45 by the time you get to the
Spot.
Goblin ambush spot, and then it'd be 5:45 by the time you get to the cave.
And is our bard friend with us?
Yeah, he's with you, and
Would-
he actually has a sword with him.
Would Yemek recognize him and view him as a threat? Like, just for knowing the histories.
I mean, they're from the same castle or kingdom.
So maybe not. I don't think Emic knows what's going on.
He may not.
Well, he's not gonna care for much longer once he's dead.
So yeah, you guys remember the stream that runs out of the cave, the thicket, and all that. So that's where you're approaching now.
What's the warg presence like at the cave?
The what?
Warg presence?
Those wolves. They had normal wolves.
They had normal wolves then, but if Emic apparently has the kingdom's wargs.
I mean, he might not. That could just be his normal wolf.
So you guys are just kind of approaching from the path or like the little stream.
Do we hear anything? Like, do we see goblins?
So you can make a perception check now.
Alright, perception. Maybe +4 for me. That's
Got a total of 18.
18.
So I got 13.
So there is a ward kind of laying towards the entrance, just one, but he's kind of like dozing off. So
You wanna? Should we sneak up on it and just start beating it? Or what's your? I mean, we don't want to appear hostile. If we can go talk with Emic directly.
I suppose do a goblin hail.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'll should I say in Goblin like we're here to talk with Emic? Would that be acceptable?
We seek Emic's counsel.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll kind of yell in Goblin. It is the adventurers from before. We seek Emic's counsel. Just kind of into the open air to see if
adventurers from before.
Yes. Well,
Kill on sight, and he starts charging.
okay, maybe not. And then I'm gonna bust out my mace.
Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Do we have time for this fight?
Oh yeah, probably.
Initiative is 70 +2, so I got
Total of 5.
13. I got 13.
13. What about Nigel?
Oh, Nigel, what's...
Total of 8.
Okay, so who had the highest one?
Me,
What was it?
13.
Okay, who was next?
You.
Nigel had higher.
8.
Yeah.
You had 5.
Right.
Okay. And then, I need to roll for him too. Okay, then he'll go. And then, okay. So, Equus, you're up first.
Okay.
What are you doing?
We gonna Sacred Flame.
Okay. So he's gonna roll for that. He got a 19.
That is Sacred Flame misses.
Okay. Is it a complete miss or does it take half damage?
No, it just misses completely.
Okay. So next we have Nigel. What's Nigel doing?
Take a shot with crossbow.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
11.
11 does not hit. Deacon, you're up.
Is the warg still advancing, or is he getting pretty close now?
Yeah, he's still advancing.
So we go one more round. Hopefully, they can kill it.
I'm going to ready my talon and meet him in the middle.
Okay.
That's a miss.
What was
Total
it?
10.
10? Okay. Buvor goes up and slashes at him with his sword, and that is a hit.
How comes he can hit? I'm not honest.
And
Sounds like we need to make a Buvor part of our part of our team.
he slashes at the warg and stops his advance, and we're back at the top of the order with Equius.
Alright, well, obviously Sacred Flame. So
Okay.
let's hopefully he misses. He has to beat a 14.
He got a 19 again. It's 2 times in a
You're
row.
joking. You're joking. Maybe I should just have
Nigel's
hit him.
up.
Should have.
What's Nigel doing? Crossbow again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mace.
I suppose that 9 is a miss.
So he fires an arrow, misses, and Deacon, you're up.
Swish, swish, stab, stab. And a miss.
Another 3?
What's his? That's a hit. And then he gets another. Buvor slashes again. Gets another hit.
What? How can...
He's rolling decently well. And we're back at the top with Equius. So
Okay.
you see Buvor just kind of like fighting. Actually, I forgot to roll for the ward. Real fast.
Who's he attacking?
And he's attacking Buvor, the one who's actually hitting him. So the ward bites at him. Ooh, that's a good hit.
How many hits does this gentleman have? I can save him, right? If he gets down.
Yeah. Okay, well now we're up to Equius.
Alright, I'm gonna just attack it with my mace. I'm gonna bash it.
Okay.
There's just 3 of us around this one ward.
Alright.
Crunch, 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 crunch. It's just gonna end. Or not.
Did you miss?
No, there's a 9 hit.
No, 9 does not hit.
Okay.
Nigel's up.
Why? Why is this happening?
May as well step closer and switch it up a bit with the short sword and, well, completely surround the warg at this point. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 hits.
Oh
Roll
my
damage.
gosh, finally. Finally.
6 damage.
Okay. So he's starting to look kind of bloody now, and Deacon, you're up. Yes.
Wow.
16 plus 7.
Yeah, that hits.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, I'm absolutely sure on that.
10 damage.
Oh my
You
gosh.
stab him through the throat, and he's just dead.
Were we causing a lot of commotion outside?
Yeah.
Oh no.
But you guys are out of initiative for now
Okay.
at the cave entrance that you were at before. So
How
you guys are
withered
kind
is the cave entrance?
How what?
Withered is the cave entrance.
Withered?
Like eroded. Like if I was to use, say, Shatter and try to collapse the cave, is that a...
But we gotta confirm that he's dead.
Confirm that he's dead.
The guy we're trying to kill is dead.
Oh,
The cave's only got one entrance, right?
as far as you know.
Yeah, I don't want to take that risk. If anything, we'll do it as a last resort. But
Fair enough. May as well see what's waiting for us in the entrance now.
so can we kind of carefully look in?
How's our bird buddy doing? How's he feeling?
I mean, he took a good bite, to the arm. Pretty good bite.
Is he okay?
He's
Is he like complaining?
he's
about
not quite bloody, but he it was a good bite.
it? Okay, so
You can definitely see like where the bite, like blood coming out of it, just slowly.
Can I bandage him or no? That wouldn't do anything.
You can bandage him. It won't
do anything.
do anything
Okay.
statistically, but it would be nice to him.
Yeah, I'll put some gauze on it.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Medical roll. Let me survive. Medicine, right?
Yep.
Oh, let's not botch this up and kill him. You're joking.
You rolled a 1 on a medicine roll.
You didn't need to roll for that.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll tell you when you need to roll. You don't need to
Oh.
just roll randomly. Okay, so what are you guys doing? Like,
So he's been gauzed up.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was an easy thing that you don't have to roll for. 'Cause-
You make round 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can we kind of walk into the cave cautiously? Do we see anything at the mouth of the cave?
So you remember that there's just this small, like, 5-foot walkway and the stream that goes up, right?
Yeah.
And then to the right, there's the room where the wolves used to be.
This is deja vu.
Now there's just a couple wargs in there. There's 2 of them kind of sleeping in there.
Are they chained up like the wolves?
No, they're not chained up. They're just there. Because wargs can talk Goblin, so they can communicate. Wolves can't speak any language.
Should we try to sneak around them? And walk up the cliff like we did before? Do we hear anything inside the cave other than the wards? Like, do we hear goblin?
No, you don't hear goblins. But remember, there's like hallways that go off, and so you just hear the.
But we also climbed up the side to get to the main room.
Yeah, but you guys did go around to the other room where you found Emic.
Yeah.
Over that bridge.
Yeah, can we do that, I guess? Kind of slowly stealth past them.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth roll.
Okay, everyone has to succeed.
Nigel's not doing too great with a total of 10. And I've got a total of 14. Huh?
I got a total of 8. So we probably didn't sneak past them.
One of them starts waking up, and he's like, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Us. We are here to talk with Emic.
Emic's not here.
Where can we find him? Because we need to speak with. It's very urgent.
He went to go kill the traitors in Phandalin.
The traitors.
The rope traders.
I'm sorry. Okay. Well, thank you so much. We will. Do you know? Is he on the road right now, or?
I don't know. I've been sleeping.
No, of course.
State your business here.
We just need to talk with him. We have some interesting information about King Grohl and about how he's very weak right now, and that someone might be able to step in and take the throne. And we think he would be a perfect person to do that.
Go ahead and roll deception, because you're just straight up lying to him.
Why? Why 4? That'd be like a what? What's a 7? But he doesn't know that. He knows that King's Grohl's hurt, right? Like
Yeah, but
this makes sense.
that would sound like it makes sense. But he goes,
Would it be more persuasion though?
"No, it's deception." He goes, "Then why'd you bring his son? Why is Bulor here?" And the other one starts waking up. Go ahead and roll initiative.
I tried. I'm sorry.
You did try. It was a good attempt.
Why didn't I have a nat 20? Why didn't I roll that before?
You just got an at 20?
Yes.
Okay.
What does that mean? What does that mean for initiative?
It means that you're probably going to go first.
Me and Nigel both have a 6.
Okay.
I mean, I have a nat 20 plus 2, so 22. I wish that would have been the move.
You got a AoE type thing, right?
AoE?
Area of effect.
Like, what are my spells?
Yeah.
Okay, Equus, you're up first.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do, I don't have anything that would be that. So, let's just do the
Mace?
yeah, Mace is the best bet at this point.
Okay.
Okay, so much for using that one.
I don't have,
I was gonna shatter them if I had the chance.
so it would be, what is this? What are you? 14 plus 5.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
So that's 1d6
Okay.
plus 3. That's 6 plus 3.
Okay.
So
Now, Deacon, you're up.
I beat the one right in front of me.
So there's the one that's awake, kind of where he is, and then there's the one that's kind of waking up. He's in the process of waking up until it's his turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a bonus action, Misty Step spell, to basically appear behind the one that's still
Okay.
sleeping and stab.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that with advantage.
That sucks, dude.
Or they both nat ones.
No, one of them's a 3 and one of them's a 5.
So I got a 12 total.
Even with advantage.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Wow.
Nigel is up. What's Nigel doing?
Pew pew.
On the one that's awake?
Yeah. 17 total.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Plus 3, 7 damage.
Okay. He's starting to look a little bit bloody as that arrow strikes him in the eye, and he walks out of pain.
The one that's waking up?
The one that's on you.
Oh. Okay.
And with that, he goes to bite at Nigel, and he starts charging at Nigel. You're going to get an opportunity attack after this.
Okay.
And he gets a, what's that, 18 plus 4. He gets a 22 against Nigel. I assume that hits. And 10 damage on Nigel.
Oof. He's down to 6.
And you get an opportunity attack if you want to take it with
I
units.
sure am.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Nat 20.
Okay, go ahead and roll 2 damage dice and add your modifier once.
So 3 plus 1, so 4 plus 3.
7.
7. So I do 7 damage, opportunity attack.
Okay. So you hit his leg and you hear a little pop. And the other warg bites at you as it wakes up, but it looks a little dreary, and I'm assuming 8 doesn't hit.
No, it does not.
And so he just kind of misses. And then Buvor walks up and just tries to kick the crap out of that one that you hit.
Curb stomp it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then that would be...
Yeah, I'm
What's
a big
this?
fan of the curb stomp.
What's his strength modifier? He smashes its head in.
Curb stomp to the max.
And he just yells, "Woo! Suck on that, you stupid warg!" And at that, we're back up to Equius.
Alright, then I'm going to talk to this ward and be like, you should have just took what I said at face value, even though this one is just waking up and has no clue what's going on.
He just is like, "What?"
Club it with a mace.
Okay.
Let's see, does a 13 plus 5 hit?
Yes.
Okay. 1d6, let's see. So that's 5. He got 5 damage.
Okay. Deacon, you're up.
Back to stabbing. And missing.
Okay. Nigel's up.
Nigel. Come on, Nigel.
Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit. Go ahead, roll damage.
8 damage.
8 damage. Wow. This guy gets bloody. He hits him he keeps hitting them in the eye. And this ward, he turns towards Equius and tries to bite. And that's, what is that, plus? Does a 14 hit.
No.
Okay. And then Buvor runs and slashes his sword at him. And
Woo! That's good. Let's go!
slashes at him across his forehead a little bit. It's a little cut in there. And we're back at the top with Equius.
Alright, I'm gonna run up with my, let's send this thing straight to hell with Sacred Flame.
Okay, go for it.
Alright, you have to roll. You gotta beat it 14.
Does not hit. Or does not. He doesn't dodge it.
He doesn't dodge it?
No.
Alright, so that's 1d8 radiant damage. What's this? 3.
3. Okay, he's still alive after it.
Okay, well.
Alright. But now he's got some sparks in his fur.
His fur.
And Deacon, you're up.
Look a little singed, my guy. Oh, look at the drip, look at the chain.
What are you doing, Deacon?
Getting the dice.
Let's try stabbing him one more time.
Okay.
With a nat 1.
As you start to stab at him, you're gonna hit him, but he jumps back and bites the sword with his mouth, and so he's got you kind of grappled. Go ahead and make a strength check.
You're...
7.
What's the better?
7. So yeah, you guys are just kind of. He's got your sword in his mouth. For now. And Nigel's up. What's Nigel gonna do?
Pew pew. 17 plus 5.
Yeah, that hits.
Another 8 damage.
Oh gosh.
He hits him in the other eye. This time, it goes all the way through and kills that org. So go ahead and take. So for the one that you killed out front, take. So it's gonna be 25, and then you're gonna get 50 for this. So 75. Take 75 XP for those 2 wargs.
What XP are you at?
And then take an extra.
1285.
Take an extra 50 XP, so 125 total for getting Bouvor to join you, because that is social interaction that was harder to overcome. And that puts us at 6 o'clock. How much XP are you guys at?
That was a 14, 15?
No, we just had 285, right?
No, you got 125 total.
1285, so add 125. 1410.
All right. Yeah, so you guys are at the cave.
We know that he is looking for us because of the rope.
And he's going towards Vandalin.
Luckily, we still left the
Red Brand Phillips?
the red brand still relatively whole.
Yeah.
So
If anything, they might just deal with it before we
You
get a
hope
chance
so.
to.
I hope so. And that puts... Oh, yeah, what's the time on that? That puts you guys at...
That was crazy. This was a good one. I am glad there wasn't a huge battle. You don't know how happy that makes me to know that there wasn't a huge battle that took place.
Yeah, if I would have ran that castle as planned, like as it's written, it would have taken the entire session of just combat.
Well, how was it? I mean, if you don't mind, how was it written?
It was just rooms with different goblins, and you just kill them to get the king roll.
standard dungeoning.
Yeah,
Are you
kinda
glad-
like a dungeon crawl?
Are you glad we didn't run it like that?
Yeah, I mean, you could have still chosen to do it that way, and it would have been fine, but it was definitely more interesting having the option to do what you did.
Definitely.
Going more of a thinker's route as opposed to a brute force route.
Yeah. So it's April 5th at 5:50 p.m. and let's see. Let's get a health check. Equius, what are you at?
Because I didn't get hit at all.
I didn't
did
get hit either.
So you guys are both full health.
Both full health.
Nigel is at 6.
Dang, Nigel's weak. And Bouvor got a nice bite on him. He's at 13 health.
Still better set than Nigel.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Good work. That was a good session. It was a fun session. All right, thank you guys for joining us today. Whoever joined us.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
we'll see you guys next week, 3 o'clock. So.
Awesome sauce.